about not doing it, but now with the way this is all set up and everything, I'm definitely switching to Twitch, I think, which might be my announcement.
Switch?
Yeah,
I don't have a Switch. I'm sorry.
I have a
Yeah,
Switch.
we just stream over Nintendo.
I do have a Nintendo Switch now, which is funny.
Nice.
I really want to figure out how to stream that. I think it would be fun as all hell to play Pokemon or something for a couple hours. You know.
Okay, one second. I need to roll a hit dice just so I can get my
Yeah, not a problem. But speaking of which, we are live now. Thank God.
Hey.
We had a little bit of technical difficulties, folks. Sorry for the wait. We were trying, but technical difficulties always seem to run into the problems early.
Because it's 1d10 plus my con for the HP I gain, right?
It's 1d10 plus your con modifier.
That's basically a hit die.
Yeah, basically. So it's just easy to roll hit dice. And if you roll a 1, you get to 1 reroll, but then you got to use the second one because it's not nice with that. Oh, not bad. A 9.
The game's just not nice to me though, because I'll just roll another natural one.
They saw your AC and they're like, no, we're not giving you the HP to go with it.
Oh, nice! My maximum hit points is now 111.
Nice.
Oh
Get on my
100.
level.
Get
Get on my
triple
level. I have
digits.
113.
Bitch, you get
Triple
on my level.
digits.
I can do more damage than you in a turn.
Oh
No, not really.
I can be
Not
more.
anymore.
I can be more Gucci.
Well, no one can beat your Gucci-ness.
Well, to be fair, actually, he does have action surge, so he can probably do it if he gets 2 natural 20s. Maybe.
Don't try me. I can do better reliable damage than you.
Actually,
No, that's no.
Well, to be fair, she can turn into a T-Rex, so that's not even fair anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
so you keep losing your own arguments at this point.
and the other thing is spellcasters, I mean, can do constant damage like every round, unlike, like fighters and things like that. I mean, their damage fluctuates between the rounds.
Well, we gotta do me like that, though. We gotta do me like that.
Because I've played both. I've played both sides of the spectrum. I've played a fighter. I've played clerics. I've played a wizard. I mean, I'm gonna be playing a barbarian potentially at one point or another. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
It mostly depends of the DM because remember, fighters and fighter anything that is like melee class also use spells. They don't require a long rest as long as they're healing pushes. They can continue fighting. Mages need a long rest to get all of their spell backs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the caveat between being a spellcaster and just like a warrior ranger or anything else.
Yeah, Boomy, you can go for long. Sour can only go for so long.
Nice, level 10. I get a martial archetype feature. What do I get from Gunslinger?
Mages
I
will-
can.
Ooh, rapid repair. Upon reaching level 10, you learn how to quickly attempt to fix a jammed gun. You spend a grit point to attempt to repair a misfire, but not broken, a firearm as a bonus action.
There you go.
Nice.
You also, Boomy, get another trick shot.
Let me read. Trick shots. Yep, I get one at 10th level. That's right.
Yeah, you're 10th level. Yeah, so you get another one. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. But how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody having fun? Everybody getting ready for Christmas?
Alright.
/ Yule?
Ish.
I'm doing pretty Mexican.
We know
Mine,
you're...
mine starts soon.
as Sour eats the chips.
Eat
Living
them
longer crackers.
Eat them crackers. Cracker.
I say as I take a drink. All right, but is everybody ready to start?
All right,
Yeah,
rock and
yes.
roll.
All right, let me get
Yes.
this. Let me get this rolling. All right. Last time on the Wings of Freedom, our party came face to face with a monstrosity known as the Skurbolten. With spells, bullets, and hit points a little low, the party charged into the fray nonetheless. During the battle, Keatrin, Aurora, Mallow, and Maddie were swallowed up as the Keatrin bit and punched in a maddening frenzy. However, with some consistent damage and relentless fury, they were able to save their party members, but close calls were all around as multiple party members fell into the sweet embrace of unconscious as the fight wore on. But with bloody fists, Keatrin dealt the final blow to the Skurbolten. With bruises, open wounds, and a a little bit of melted flesh, the party got ready to set up camp for the night in the tunnel. That was when one more blow was hit to the party. From dealing with death, arguments, and just his own mental state, Mallow has decided to leave the party in search of his own way. With better words and some advice, the party soon fell asleep. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we start tonight's session. So, you guys are basically all asleep. I mean, you took some hits, you took some fighting and stuff. It was not a good set of fighting. So you kind of all just fell asleep in the night. And eventually, what feels like dawn, but it's kind of hard to tell in this cavern, you all eventually wake up, sore, bruised. Some of you guys still have burned skin from where the digestive juices dissolved you, but other than that, you all seem to be okay. Except there's no goat boy there anymore. And Vicky, the first thing you notice, your bubble's no longer there.
What?
And it probably stinks too. That's probably the first thing that Vicky wakes up to.
Do your perception check then.
I mean, if my bubble is not there, it's probably gonna stink. But that's just me assuming. Perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Did I pick up on the smell then?
Oof.
3. You're kind of groggily waking up. You're adjusting your wig, getting ready to do your makeup and stuff. You're not really paying attention and stuff. Kiatrin, with your perception, your nose, I'm not even going to have you roll. You notice that what you would expect to be there decay in the air, there's nothing there.
Okay. Good morning. Ugh.
Good morning.
Boomy looks around.
Still in a cave, and as you look around, you notice one major thing, though.
Where's
2 major
Where's
things,
Mallow?
then.
Where's Mallow?
Wait,
Mm.
Mallow?
He left. Maddie gets up.
And, Maddie, as you get up, you hear something chink, 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 chink.
She's gonna look.
There is a pouch with what appears to be a piece of paper tied around it.
She's gonna go over and pick it up.
How are you picking it up in your unicorn form?
Mouth.
You just
Alright,
have a mage hand?
You pick it up.
And she's just gonna lightly shake it a little, see what's in it.
You shake it, you hear ting, 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 ting.
Do you need help?
Yes, please.
Vicky's
Catch on, come over.
Vicky's gonna immediately cast mage hand and just grab it like that.
Okay.
You feel the weight off your bag.
Maddie's gonna look at the note.
It's tied on there. How are you opening it?
I thought it was just kind of dangling there open.
No, it's
already.
okay. You know how sometimes notes are rolled up and like put in like next to a drawstring.
Oh
know what I mean?
yeah.
That's how it is. I'm sorry, I didn't explain it that well.
Okay, then she will give up and turn human, and she's gonna open the note and the package.
Okay. Inside, you see some platinum coins.
Hmm.
And the note you see. At first, it takes you a minute, but then you realize, oh, there's a language you can read. This is in Sylvan. Hold on. Oops. Give me 1 minute. Okay. It should be in your inventory, Maddie. In the handouts.
There it is. Is it called Mel's note?
Yep.
Okie doke.
And you can read it aloud if you want or not.
Okay, she will clear her throat, and she's going to translate it into common so everyone can hear it.
Mhm.
And essentially, she goes, I apologize to the group. I couldn't stay anymore, since my deity wished to bring me back to the Feywild for personal reasons. Do not fret, but I promise to return when I feel at peace and can forgive the problems I had with the group. I myself already said my reasons for leaving, so I'll write this short. I have had struggles keeping with this group with the amount of arguments that still appear constantly, and let alone staying around only leaves me in a depressive state. I guess you all would be upset of me leaving, but if you want me with a better attitude, it was best of me to leave so I can recollect myself on my own term and without reminders on why I should be so upset. Just promise me to improve your friendships, and not on who is in the right, or complain on who caused a near death in the group. We all make mistakes. Best to help each other. Best to help each other through it, and I really do hope the best for all of you on your journey. And this is for
And
Maddie specifically.
You see that the note kind of splits there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's just reading the other half.
Mm-hmm.
She'll read that part silently.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you muttering it under your breath?
No.
Aww.
And
Alright, well, that's something.
I was not expecting.
He
Mallow.
just left like that. He
I
said
mean,
he wouldn't.
He said he was gonna leave anyways, but too bad he
Well,
left
to be
right
fair,
away.
if it was due to his deity, did it say, Maddie?
What?
You said it was because of his deity, yeah?
His deity wished to bring him back to the Feywild.
Yeah, so there's not much you can do at that point.
Vicky wants
No.
to get. Vicky's gonna get curious and wants to see if she can find any kind of like footprints, goat hoof prints in this case.
Make me a survival check. Also, I can hear you typing, Finn.
Alright.
It's alright.
Oh! Nice.
I was trying to.
Wow! It's alright. A 19 and a natural 20. Alright, I mean, easy enough. You actually see something interesting as you look around the campsite. As you get closer to the outskirts of where your bubble would have been, you see that there's actually two pairs of goat prints, and one looks like it just literally walks up towards it, and then you see another pair come towards it. One kind of is like shifting around in the dirt and loose gravel on the ground. The other just seems to be stock still until they eventually both start walking towards a wall. And as you follow it towards the wall, you see it goes right up to the wall. And as you get a little closer with that fucking high of a roll, you see that there's actually a half a footprint with the out in between the wall and the open air, like it's being bisected by it.
Holy shit! Vicky's just gonna like stare at the wall for like a few minutes, just staring at the footprint and staring at the wall. She's just gonna stay quiet for the meantime. But obviously everybody can see her just staring at a wall.
Maddie puts the platinum in her pocket.
That's 23 platinum, by the way.
Ooh. Yeah, she just kind of stares at the note before just putting the whole pouch in her pocket.
Well, what do we want to do? We probably should head up. We need to get back. How do we get out of here? Just gonna look around to see if there's like any exits in this area.
All right, give me a. Are you taking the time to fill up and down, or are you?
I'm making a perception check to see if I
Alright.
can spot any like anything.
You're just looking around. Okay.
Hidden areas that might not look right or whatever. Just plants.
Yep.
No.
As you look around, it's like rock, 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 rock. Vicky next to rock. Altar with candles. Doesn't seem.
The candle's still lit.
By this time, they've kind of burned down to the ground.
Okay.
All right, Vicky's gonna like try to push the wall, I guess. Like she's curious. She thinks like this has to be a spell. She's thinking either spider climb, but there's nothing on the wall. I mean, it's coming out of stone too, and the half footprint is directly on the wall. So she's gonna try like push on it or like scratch. She's bringing out like her like silver dagger and like scrape around the wall so she like feels anything on it.
You scrape the wall. You hear as your dagger hits stone.
Boomy
Petra
is
just looks
gonna
back.
Mm-hmm.
pick up her sleeping thing, the bedroll, and just pack up her stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
There's his. Ketchup, you know about rocks, right?
I know a fair bit, yes. Why?
Come here, come here.
Okay.
And then Vicky's just gonna point. He's just gonna cast predestination and make it like shine, sparkle. Like, you see that right there? You see that?
That will clean the stuff. That's
Oh.
not gonna sparkle it.
No, you're thinking of thaumaturgy, I believe.
No, the predestination can like not only clean, you can like make different little spells. You can make little
right.
symbols and
It
stuff
can
like
do that, but I don't think sparkle's one of them, if I remember correctly. But again, prestidigitation's got so many effects sometimes.
You can make it
It's-
colored.
I mean,
predestination, it's just like a bunch of like really minor, mundane.
It's
stuff.
harmless as sensory. It's
Yeah.
harmless
Okay.
effects.
Burnt just said you can also change the color of something. You can't make it sparkle per se, but you could turn it red. You could turn it green.
I highlight it as if I'm using a marker.
Okay, Kiatrin, you see a highlighted footprint half in and out of a wall.
It's like, you see that? You see that right there?
It looks like,
Right.
like if you take like two pictures of like a PNG kind of thing, and you
Yeah.
just like it's like a bad Photoshop almost. You know what I mean? Where it looks like it's just cut off in a straight line.
Yeah.
That's Mallows or somebody else's footprint. Like, they just walk through rock. I think there's like a secret door here.
Having a look at this rock, does it look like it's been disturbed or had any sort of movement in it recently?
Go ahead, make me. I believe it's an investigation check with your stone cunning
Yeah.
with advantage.
It's not proficiency, it's just advantage, right? Hold on, I got it here.
Check
Mason's
check the.
that's Mason tool, stone cunning.
Yeah, stone cunning is different.
Yeah, you are considered proficient and add double your. Oh no, so it is proficient. I add double, so I'm an expert at this. It's not
Yeah.
advantage. It's a history check, and I get double my proficiency. So that is
Mm-hmm. I believe it's a +8.
plus 10.
Yeah, it's +10 now. So roll me a d20 +10.
Holy shit!
You have expertise in something, Kiatrin. Congratulations.
20. I've had that for ages. We've just been rolling it wrong and haven't looked at it.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
Yeah,
This is why you check your stuff.
17.
All right. So as you're looking at the stone, nothing looks off about it. But to get a footprint like that, you would have had to have moved it. And you kind of like, all right, let me try it. You kind of put your strength in and just try to push it. It's a big fucking rock, and you cannot move it. I mean, even as you start putting weight behind it, it doesn't want to budge, and you're just like, all right, either magic was used here, or there's something here I'm missing.
I'll give it a knock to see if this is like hollow on the other side. Does it sound hollow in any way, shape, or form?
You hear chunk,
With that-
chunk, chunk. It does not, as I'm doing sound effect, it does not sound hollow.
I'm assuming there's magic here.
You see what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah, no, that's not
Like,
normal.
did Mallow have like a yeah, like
To be
a spell
fair.
like that?
To be fair, it's according to what the note said, it was a deity, so I wouldn't put it past them having a power like
Whoa,
this.
that's kind of freaky, huh?
Considering, well, actually, if I remember correctly, I found a door in a cave once when we were back about looking for those dragon back at Craghammer, and something happened. I don't remember completely what happened, but we opened it, and apparently it was a bar, and then something happened, and then I woke up, and Mallow said that his deity had shown up, so I assumed that he can create things in doorways of some sort. So it kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense.
I mean, it sounds like a fever dream, but all right.
It
I forgot
felt like a
about
fever
that.
dream.
I forgot
It
about
felt
that.
like a fever dream. He has a good memory. Haha.
That sounds like a fever dream. All right, but I like to think there's an exit here. This might be a
Yeah.
way out. But I don't think I don't know. If you had
It's
the
not
tech,
hollow at all. There is no. I can't find anything behind it, and it doesn't seem like it budges in any way, shape, or form. This is solid rock.
I
I'm
would wish I would wish to like blow this up, but like after that last experience, I don't want to do anything with explosive.
Yeah, probably not.
Yes, Fen.
I would like to just check the altar.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
I don't know. Is it actually like seated to the floor? Is there any sort of secret compartment? You know, just checking over in general.
Okay. If you're just checking the altar, you're not really looking for like religious things. You're just like looking for like hidden. Okay.
I still in my head, it has to be a way a secondary tunnel out of here. I think if the walls didn't work out, and maybe it's under the altar.
Go ahead. Give me an investigation check on the altar.
Dang.
6. As you.
My mind, Rui's mind's somewhere else right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of your minds are somewhere else right now. Or at least that seems to be the general consensus. As you're
not Dickies.
you're in a rock. As you're combing through it, I mean, you find the burned out candles on the altar. You're kind of going through it, and you're just feeling up and down. There are grooves and scratches carved all around this altar, and it's of a black stone kind of deal. But other than that, you're not really finding much other than it's heavy, it's big, and it's awkward.
And in my frustration, I'll just put my arm down it and just knock everything off it.
You guys, I mean, they don't. The candles don't clatter, but you hear snapping of wax as Boomy kind of just like sweeps the candles off the altar.
Okay.
I also will, because I'm so angry and annoyed, I will attempt to flip it. I know I won't be able to, but she's angry.
Give me an athletics check. This is a big, heavy stone thing.
Wouldn't it be straight? I'll do athletics, but
it's athletics. I'm giving you athletics on this.
I'm also gonna ask how much candle wax.
I'll get to that in a second. As you go to flip it, Boomy, you guys see how strong Boomy actually is for a bit. You see her actually lift it up just a hair, and as she's lifting it, it looks like she's about to flip it, but then all of a sudden she just drops it to the ground with a mighty boom, and it's just kind of sitting there panting.
Okay then.
As for candle wax, just think of like, you know, like a Coke can kind of deal.
Coke can sized?
They would have been, but they've kind of melted and like splayed out all over the place.
So it would equal the total of a Coke can at this point.
It depends on if you can collect it. It's gonna take time to scrape it all off the altar and off the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
But I
Boomy
just wanted to grab some.
Right, and Boomy kind of just chucked it on the ground.
well, most of that stuff it would be in a solid form, so it'd be easy to collect.
Right, but you swiped it off, breaking a lot of it.
Yeah, so it's in shards, but
it's been mixed with the dirt at this point.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but it's still, you got dirt in it.
Yeah, but it's more the fact that I could still melt it down.
We're leaving.
But you know what? I don't think I have. Speaky just gives up at the wall. She just fucking leaves it.
Would you like me to punch it just to ease your mind?
I mean, like, you clearly saw half of, did you? Like,
I saw it, yes, and that is some sort of magic sort of thing happened there. But if it ease your mind, I will happily punch the wall and see if a door opens for whatever reason.
you know what? You punch dragons. I want to see if you can punch this secret door.
I doubt there's a secret door, but I'm gonna walk up and just give it a punch. For the sake of her sanity.
Roll me to hit.
I'm gonna laugh if it collapses the cave.
That'll be one of the funniest fucking...
Oh,
Boom,
No!
gone.
No!
Alright, that's a natural 20.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a fucking
Hold on.
crater in the wall.
That is... Wait, don't you roll
That's-
d8s now?
No, that's next level.
Oh, that's next level.
Fuck.
Sorry.
I regret
All right,
this.
so that's 8 plus 6. That's 14 points of damage. Okay, make me a con saving throw first of all.
Ooh, okay.
You're punching solid rock, but
Yeah, let's see
I
how.
put my hand through solid rock to climb.
Yeah,
shit
that
before.
was not that was somewhat hollow, and you didn't go as far, and you didn't full force punch it.
you did a natural 20 punch it.
19 Constitution saving
Okay,
throw.
you're not gonna take damage because you are sturdy enough on your bones from punching stuff, so that's fine. If you rolled a 15 or lower, or 14 or lower, I was gonna have you take some damage for punching. However,
Okay.
because of that natural 20,
Wow.
I'm going to do something special because
God.
I feel like this
Oh,
is
God.
I feel like this is cool. As you punch it for the first time in your life, you kind of expel a little key outwards into the rock. And for a second, you get like a sonar bloop into the rock. And you can see that it's all solid for like hundreds of feet beyond and everything. Except for something on the roof.
Hmm.
Oh no.
There appears to be
He, like-
something hollowish up on the roof.
He sort of brings his hand back and like bits of rubble fall off as it's like cracked. He's like, that was new.
Okay, and just for clarification, you guys know All Might from My Hero Academia, right?
Yeah.
He just pulled a full Detroit smash on this rock wall and basically has left like a foot crater into it.
That poor wall.
Yeah. There's like a shockwave that everyone else feels that it happened.
Vicky just glares at the Kitchen at the hole in the wall. She's like,
That doesn't,
It
by
looks
the
like-
way, Burnt.
Yeah.
That doesn't count as a key point. That's for the natural
That's
20.
amazing.
For the natural 20 on a fucking wall. I'm playing the rule of cool here. All right, let's just
Yeah,
have some fun
okay.
with it.
Okay. He like pauses for a moment as he like stands there like, I didn't know I had that ability. That's okay.
you either punch it really hard, or there was or used to be a secret door there.
There's no secret door that way. It's solid for a good while, from what I could hear. However, I really don't know how to explain it. It was like I guess I could hear it. He like looks up towards where that shadow pot is. Apparently, it's a hole up there.
Give me a perception check with advantage now.
Okay.
Again, just because of that natural 20, and it's just like, all right.
26.
And as your eyes peer towards the top in the darkness of the room. By the way, Maddie, you've been in complete darkness at this point.
Yeah,
The candles went out. Sorry. And as
because
you,
of Booby.
no, they were out. They were out when you woke up. So actually,
Oh, okay.
shouldn't have been able to read later. But fuck it, whatever. You kind of held it up to your face. You're like, eh.
Yeah, I just grabbed
Rule
some.
of cool.
Rule-
Just kind of like tapped my hands on the ground looking for candle wax and started putting some in my pockets.
All right, and also just because DM's an idiot. At Kitchen, as you peer into the dark with your goggles, you look towards the ceiling and you can see the faint, like, dip in shadow. You know what I mean? Like when you look at something that's far away that has like something past it, you can kind of see like the shadows don't equal up on the darkness.
Yeah.
You can see that there's something up there. It's about 40 feet above your head.
Anyone got the new rope?
I used to have rope, but it's gone.
I have rope.
Here, hand it here.
I have rope too. Vicky tries to pull her own rope out.
All right, I'll
Where's
take
my rope?
whatever rope I can.
Can Maddie
Uh,
find her way back to the party?
I mean,
Put in. Oh.
Go ahead, Kitchen. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm gonna get the rope I can, and then I'm gonna put it in like a little bag. Before, I'm gonna shadow step as high as I can.
Which is 60 feet, right?
60 feet.
All right, you get right to there. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you start falling immediately.
Okay.
Because you're getting to the entrance. doesn't mean you can get in without it. However,
28.
What's that guy that did the semi thing? Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Hmm.
I think it is. You Jean-Claude Van Damme just straight poof, right into the stone and kind of hold yourself there. You guys kind of see Keitran disappear for a quick second, and then you hear a mighty above you.
Okay.
And
What do I
as
see
for-
up here?
Yeah, hold on. And as for your question, Sour,
Mhm.
You heard the people talking, so after a while of bumbling around, you can definitely find your way back. And
Okay.
for the amount of candle stuff you collected after taking around, I'm gonna say you get about like a it's in the dark.
Want me to make an investigation for it?
Yeah, please, just for at disadvantage because it is in the dark and you do not have dark vision.
I
Okay.
just find like a fucking wick.
You find a big piece of it and you think it's it. You're like, yeah. And as you go to put it in your bag, it breaks apart in your hand and you realize, oh, that was a giant clump of dirt.
Oh no.
It's a natural one. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right.
Tried though.
So unfortunately, you don't get any. But Keitran, as you look up, you just see more darkness and a ceiling that seems to go straight up till your eyesight can't pierce it.
I'm gonna go another. Actually, I can do this. I'm gonna
Kitchen,
run up the wall.
Kitchen, what are you trying to do?
Okay, Keitran, how are you going to get started running up the wall? I'm just curious.
I'll make a see if I can like.
Vicky wants to try and stop him, like, for now.
Okay, cool.
Or at least attempt to. It's just like trying to get on his way. It's just like, what are you doing?
You
You're
can-
down below him 40 feet.
Yeah, like,
I'm 60 feet up.
No, you are 40 feet up, Keitran. You got to the entrance of it.
oh, he's still never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. I guess I'll just shadow step in that case. I'll go another 60 feet up as I can.
And and as he goes up even more, you lose him quickly again as he just disappears somewhere up in the roof. Boomy and Vicky, as you guys kind of both have dark vision that can see that.
What's he doing?
No, could have helped him out, but I guess not.
I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
14.
This one, as you try to Jean-Claude Van Damme on this one, suddenly your foot breaks the rock and you start falling down immediately as you start tumbling and tumbling and tumbling.
I'll make another dexterity or athletics check to see if I can grab
Well,
onto something.
hold on. You're falling 60 feet right now. So you get
60?
back to the entrance. Yeah, per falling, you fall 60 feet in a round.
I thought it was 30.
No, with gravity, I did double checking. It's 60 feet around.
Okay, so I can just.
Yeah,
Alright.
but as you guys suddenly say, "Where is he going?" Suddenly you suddenly hear something coming down again. You can either shadow step again, Keitran, and try to do it, but if you go back to that same spot, it might be a disadvantage. You don't know.
I'll just try, sort of shadow step and get about halfway.
All right, go ahead, make me another dexterity saving throw. This time, as you kind of get it there, you feel the rocks kind of start to slip and slip. You're like, "Oh crap, here we go again!" But you're able to hold it ever so slightly. This one's a little more precarious, and you've realized the reason of it. The tunnel has gotten a little bit wider at this point, so you're kind of having to reach out with your tippy toes.
All right. Is there anywhere I can tie a rope off here? Anywhere?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation check. Would I do it at
This is not stone cutting. This is trying to find something to tie it to.
I'm trying to find some sort of sturdy rock or anything that would be able to hold the weight of everyone else. That's why I was asking.
I know, but it's not actually studying.
Oh, it's history. Yeah, no.
stone. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, no.
2. No. It's just smooth. All right.
It's not smooth. As you go to reach, you're like, oh, there's something. You go to do it. It immediately starts to, as you start tying the rope, it immediately crumbles around it.
Hmm. This looks like it goes up fed away. Way.
What?
Hmm.
Uh,
I'm gonna drop
Hey.
down a little. I'm gonna like slowly go down, so I've got a bit more grip before I'm gonna try and push myself to one side and athletics my way up.
do you still got that spell that lets people walk on walls?
Spider climb?
Yeah, that one.
I don't have that prepared right now.
Oh.
I mean, I could turn someone into a cloud of gas and they can fly up there.
I can teleport up to 5. I think around 500 feet. She stares at the ceiling.
You can only see I believe 120 with your thing. So if you
No, it's only 60 actually.
only 60.
It's only 100. It's only 120 for Melville. He has a
oh,
band.
okay.
My
Well,
dark
okay.
vision is only 60 feet.
Okay, with kobolds.
He took the boots of flying.
He did.
Okay,
Like,
Sad days.
Hold on.
I can cast.
Hold on. Cask. Just to explain it a little bit with the you could potentially do this. I'm not gonna say no. However, you know your spell enough. If you don't know where you're going, there is a potential chance if you don't picture it right in that tunnel, you could end up in solid rock.
Yes,
Mhm.
that actually explains that. So I'm like, I have a crossbow. Do you have anything I can light this arrow with?
Maddie, in human form, she is going to use a second level slot and conjure her flame blade.
Okay.
As you just see her hold out her hand, and just a flaming scimitar forms in her.
Vicky just stares at it and she's like, okay.
A simmering tor. That's what
Sim-
I pictured.
Flaming scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
There.
You can see now, Maddie.
Yeah, everyone get around me can see because light.
Well, they have dark vision. You don't.
Yeah. So Vicky's like, and what does that do?
My flame blade.
You said light something on fire, didn't you?
Yeah, you wanted something on fire. I can light it on fire with this.
I mean, I could cast a spell and light it up myself, but I'm trying to figure out if you have like. Actually, Vicky just reaches into her bag and starts messing around with it, and she pulls out. If I remember right, I should have vials of oil. I think I bought oil. I remember buying oil. Let
We
me
got
look.
holy water. Holy
Yeah,
oil.
holy water. I know that. I don't remember you buying.
I have
oil.
it actually.
Vicky?
What's up? What's up?
I pull out the drift globe. Eh?
No,
You-
you just hear from above.
You can't see them, Kietrin,
I know, but
but
I
you can feel a
assume-
disturbance in the force.
I do.
Yeah. I will
I
say
mean-
Maddie will butt in and go, one of you needs to decide how you're going to get up there, as I can polymorph into something that can fly. Not
I think
polymorph.
why did you do
Wild
that?
I can shape into something that can fly, and I need to help one of you up there if one of you already has a means of getting up there, because I can
Okay.
turn one of you into a gas cloud, and you can
turn
fly
me-
up there.
Turn me into a gas cloud.
Okay, I
Oh.
dispel the fucking flame blade, and I touch Boomy, and I'm gonna cast gaseous form.
I just do like a Thanos snap and just turn to nothingness.
All
I
right,
have to touch you.
you have a flying speed of 10 feet.
I will
Can
attempt
I-
to fly up to the thing.
All right, for Maddie's sake, I'm gonna cast dancing lights just to provide light for.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
Okay,
so
thank you.
hold on. Let me just explain what's going on with Boomy. Boomy, in your mind, you just hear the trumpets and everything as you start charging up there. You feel like you're going at Mach 2. You guys see her. She moves 20 feet a fucking round.
It's
So
just
every
float,
10 seconds, I
float,
20 feet.
float.
Every 6
Just-
seconds, but yeah, you look like a gentle fart in the wind.
Yeah, just float, float, float. Just
So
Maddie looks at
how long does it
Vicky.
take me to get up there?
It's gonna take you 12 seconds, technically, to get up there. Kietrin, as you look down, you see a gaseous form of Boomy slip into the tunnel.
I'm gonna continue trying to climb up because I wanted to do that.
Yeah, and Maddie's just gonna
Okay.
look at Vicky and go, "No, how are you gonna get there?"
We'll get you in a second, okay, Kietrin?
Okay.
If you
I
really
have
don't
a rope. For fuck's sake.
well, then throw it down.
There's- Do you want him to throw
Also,
it down?
did you see a gas cloud float by?
It's at this point,
Okay.
Kietrin, it's like kind of right by you, looks at you, and just keeps going up.
I gently reach out and caress him with gases for him.
I'm
My
gonna
hand
punch
goes
him.
right through him.
You just smell of
Can
goblin.
I punch him? Actually,
Technically,
able-
yes.
I
Yeah.
punched him.
Oh no!
I will say this. It says the target's resistance to non-magical damage. Kietrin's fists are magic.
Yeah, so
My
you
trunk
could
is magic, and I'm
technically-
gonna poke you in
punch
the
her.
face with my trunk.
You can't attack with your trunk.
I can. It says so.
I mean,
Oh.
technically, it would be classified as a melee attack, which you can attack with your fist to anything, really.
Yeah.
Actually, I do believe in his trunk it does say as trunk
Yeah.
abilities he can attack with it.
I can.
No.
What's
He can swap you with his nose.
okay? Roll the hit
just
with
making
your
it-
trunk.
For the sake of this.
I believe that hits you, Boomy. 25.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
I love this.
Oh damn! You hit me.
You take 12 points of blood. Oh my god, you're at 99 health. You got below 100. You take 12 points of damage as you hear
You
a
caress his face, and he's like, "Puh."
exasperated gust of air as Boomy can't speak right now or scream.
It's just a poof.
That's max damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
hilarious.
essentially just poof.
Okay. Okay.
I attempt to fly away faster.
You move 20 fucking feet around. He moves without out of your range, Kietrin. Are you gonna punch her again?
No, it's
Thank
because
God.
she caressed his face. It's like, stop it. Bang.
Okay.
And just
Any-
Maddie's just down there like, did you see something float by?
Yeah, I punched it.
Is it in the tunnel or whatever's up there?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't know what's
just
up there. Why
continue
did I say
climbing as
that?
best I can.
All right. Okay, let's see if you can do this. Kietrin, give me an athletics check to get started moving.
20.
As you're like, all right, I can do this. You kind of, all right, I know this is going to sound bad. You kind of hyperflex your groin muscles as you bend farther than you should, bend up, bend down. It's kind of like doing like a Boeing effect as you literally just push off the rock walls. You send bits of rubble flying below as you start making your way up, which I believe you do have your second, I don't think it's called second story work now.
No, what?
It's not
That's
second
a thief thing.
I know. What is yours called? Because you have something different, but you have something that allows you
Oh,
to run up walls.
improved unarmored movement improvement.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to run up the surface of a wall at my speed without falling.
Okay, so that if you
60
use
feet
your,
around,
I'm saying
plus-
to get off that, I'm counting this as your action right now, just to get going first.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have your action. So how fast can you move now?
I can move 60 feet in one round, and I can, if I put it at a step of the wind, I can move 120 feet in one round.
That is up to you as you start. Boomy.
Yeah, I'll do that. See
Yeah.
if I can get to the top.
All right, Boomy, as you're just like floating there, suddenly you hear boof, 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 right behind you as you just see Kietrin Naruto running up the side of a fucking wall. Maybe not Naruto running, but that's the best way I can explain it. All right.
No,
there
he's
will be
Naruto running.
there will be more checks, Kiatran, because you can only move your
Obviously.
feet and you have to stop at some point. But we're gonna go back to, so we don't leave them in the dust. We're gonna go back to Maddie and Vicky on the ground as you guys see just rocks careen down from there, just like dust and bits of debris.
I'm
Vicky-
guessing they're both
Vicky dips
up
out.
there.
It's just like, well, I mean, there's nothing I can do. We just gotta wait. I was thinking of just opening up a gateway and just teleporting up there, but these
Vic-
two.
How about this, Vicky?
What's up?
What if I polymorph you?
No, I like my kobold form. Okay.
It'll just be for a little bit, and plus, I'm sure whatever's up there, Boomy's already up there, so the spell would end for her.
Aurora and Kuznako sitting beside you, wingless currently.
Yep.
Oh.
Vicky just puts her hands on her hips, just like, no, I'd rather stay as a kobold, as my Gucci form.
Perish down there.
I don't know how else we're gonna get you or the dragons up without me polymorphing you.
I already told you I can teleport up there.
If
I just need to be able to see, so you could just like put a torch or something. I can probably see what's going on up there.
If you don't mind, Aurora kind of steps up. We're decent at digging ourselves out of certain things. I don't like it, but we could definitely go back the way we came and go to where the area collapsed and try to make our way out there. And we could meet you at the cemetery, potentially.
Those big ass rocks?
There was a lot of I mean, there has to be some soft soil we could find, and if you give us enough time, we could potentially get through.
But there's also the fact that what if
I mean,
something happens?
We have a rope. Like, we could just throw up that rope and we can climb up there. I mean,
Holds
Ketrin is
claws
trying to-
up.
I'm just speaking for the aspect of what if you're digging and it collapses on you and you're buried.
I mean,
Wait,
it's just like
Zorn, can't the
point.
dragon still polymorph into human form?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Zorn's
Shows
a dumbass
claws.
tonight.
You can be a fucking human. All right.
As Boomy somehow, even with magical gaseous form, shouts down, "You can become human!"
No, I don't. Man, no,
Maddie.
you don't have to make a joke every time I'd say something out of character.
Maddie snaps
I
her
like to
finger and
make
stops
jokes.
concentrating.
No, that's all right. And then Aurora, thinking back, just goes, "Oh, wait a minute," and poof, she's Loxodon female. And Kuza's like, "Oh, right," and immediately pops into a goblin female as well, a little shorter.
Big.
Yeah, they're kids for what they assume the kids of their races look like.
So I guess you will be fine out in the open.
Well, if you need climbing, we can use hands and feet potentially. We still retain our strength and everything like that getting through.
Hopefully. It just looks up towards the dark ceiling.
But
Can't
we
see
need
a thing.
Right, we need a rope. Speaking of which, Boomy's fine. She's floating up ever so slowly. Kiatran, I need you to make me... Well, how are you going to keep the movement going? Kind of deal.
I'm gonna shadow step and just to continue the momentum.
Okay. Shadow stepping is going to stop you kind of deal. Like, you're going to start falling
Ow.
immediately. But if you make another athletics check to boost off it using your action, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. To be fair, it doesn't get me any further, so I may as well just run. I'll just continue running if I can.
All right, it's going to be an athletics check. All right.
That's fine.
To like jump from one wall to the other kind of deal and just like keep scrambling.
Yeah. 16.
Your foot slips a little bit, but you kind of reach out and you kind of start grabbing with your hands on this one, and you're able to start getting up and running at this point on this one as well. So,
Another 120.
That was your bonus action because you'd already kept using your momentum to keep going, okay? Boomy, he is gone from your vision. This guy has just careened up the tunnel.
Okay, so I've gone 240 feet up.
From the 30 you were originally at. Yes, so.
It's still going up.
Yes.
So, Zorn?
He's gonna sort of latch onto the wall and just sort of, like,
Alright. I need
best as he can stop.
I need a dexterity saving throw then to stop your fall.
29.
Easy enough. This point, you're like, all right, just you immediately plant your legs out. All right. And yes, Fen, sorry.
Are you actually make us spend all the time to go up this one shaft?
This is a challenge. This is
I mean,
not made.
I'm just floating up perfectly fine. I don't need to, you don't keep reminding me of that.
I know.
Just concentrate on Kieran.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've also got 2 other people down below that are being left behind. Well, 4 other people being left behind right now by, you know, Elephant Man and you, so.
Yeah, and the moment you get in that tunnel, I have to lose concentration if I want to do something else.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, Kiatrin, you've stopped.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. Does it still continue up out of my vision at this point? This just might be a lost cause. It goes up too high and it's too risky. He's gonna try and scale his way back down.
Okay, are you just falling, or are you, like, trying to proceed carefully?
He's probably gonna proceed carefully, for about at least 100 feet.
Okay. Make me an athletics check as you're climbing down, because this is more strength-based than trying to be fancy getting down.
It's a little harder.
And as you're going down, you get about 20 feet down until you grab onto a rock, and suddenly the rock gives out from under your hand, and immediately you start to fall.
Okay. Should I step down and see if I can grab a rock to sort of maybe slow my fall?
Hold on. That would be 60 feet, 100... Boomy, you start seeing Kiatrin appearing, falling before you, and suddenly, poof, teleports again, and he's very, very close.
I'm gonna try and grab the wall again.
All right, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ. That's
and as you go to...
better.
Yeah, well, 13. As you go to kick your feet out, again, it's that loose pocket of earth that's getting you. You've got enough dexterity to do this, you think, but the problem is you're not able to keep the footing that you want, and you kind of slide down for a bit, and then you lose it immediately and fall right past Boomy at this point.
Okay.
At this point, you would be being very close to coming out of the tunnel face.
Yeah.
As you're falling down.
I'm gonna shadow step up again, just so I can have time to sort of brace myself and try and grab onto the wall.
All right, you shadow step right back up. You're right next to Boomy actually at this point. Go ahead, maybe a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, Boomy. The big thing you notice right now is a lot of rocks are falling down now.
19.
Uh-oh.
And as you get this time, again, it's not the greatest part, but you're able to hold yourself. But the biggest thing is, Kiatrin, as you look up, earth is starting to fall around you.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I'll just look towards the mist and be like, just go down and shadow step downwards.
All right. You appear out of the entrance.
I'll just land and be like, it goes up so
all right, you
high.
fall 40 feet.
I'm fine with that.
All right, roll me the damage you would not take, just so I can see if I can beat this. Look, he's a fucking monk, okay? He can survive high falls, which is fucking stupid. Okay.
Where is Feather Fall? Slow Fall, there it is. Reducing any damage by the monk equal to 5 times my monk level. Wait, what? You can reduce the damage to take. I just take it equal to 5 times my monk level, so 50 damage.
I rolled a fucking 16. Yeah, you're fine.
In fact, he
I
gains
can-
health.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I land with like a superhero sort of thing, like
Yeah.
I saw it floating down too after him.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's-
gonna take you a bit, Boomy, but you'll get there.
that is. You're either gonna be climbing for a couple of hours, or it's gonna be a trap of some sort, and we're gonna fall, and it's going to hurt.
Wait,
I
that
wouldn't be
still falling down?
surprised.
Unless you have a way to make sure we can't fall, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, and as you're standing there, Kietrin, rocks start falling on your head.
Okay.
Not enough to hurt you, but there is earth coming down.
I'll look up. Is there like anything that might hurt me coming?
Hold on a minute.
You get a grain of sand, right, and you die.
Well, he might get that, yeah. Well, as you look up, you don't really see anything big coming down, but I mean, if you keep standing there, something might. You do see, however, a gaseous form start to make their way out of the tunnel.
Yeah. I mean, he'll try. If anything does come, he'll just deflect missiles. See if he can fucking get it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's probably just not smart. We should probably just head back the way we came, or find another way out.
I saw it waving like.
Right. Do we want to continue going back the way we came, or do we want to try this?
I feel like walking the way we came in would be the best benefit, but it's the fact that the metal door that we came through when we got attacked by those skeletons is still sealed. How would we go about getting through that?
There was a lot of rock there. Like, there was a massive pillar that almost killed me. I had to sacrifice Rocky to protect myself. Like,
Who's Rocky?
yeah.
You know, he was played by Sylvester Stallone, I think.
Who is that?
I was gonna ask that.
You're going to ask what?
I was going to ask who that was.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
Like,
By the way,
if I-
I'm on the ground yet.
Yeah,
if I
and
can
you're waving in front of them, which, I mean, she's still a gaseous cloud.
if I can see light up there, I can teleport like around 500 feet. I can
It's
get.
also the situation. How high off the ground is he?
He's right next to you, standing there. Or she is.
Boomy.
Yeah, Boomy. She's right there.
Boomy? Okay. I'm stopping concentration then.
Alright,
land
well,
with-
I mean, I could
I land
probably
in my
make
head and die.
And
my
then
way up
she
that
unfarts.
high.
Yeah, drop concentration. Boomy, you're physical again.
Rohit, she didn't forget about you. So
Can't we
anyway,
go up that way?
we can, but it'll take a long, long while. You know how fast I am, right?
Yeah.
Very fast.
I couldn't make it up there in about 2 turns, so we took that
What
and
the fuck's a turn?
fell. 2 turns, whatever. I don't care. It's what monks use in like a terminology. So we take a punch, they take a punch, and we
Well-
sort of time our movesets in a certain way.
I think I have an idea how we can get out of here.
How?
Well, you remember when we went through that one chamber that was like made of stone with the spikes in it?
No. Which
That one was
one?
the spike chamber.
Not off the top of my head, no.
It was literally just yesterday.
It seems like a week ago.
Yeah, no. When you say spike chamber, you mean spike pitfall with closing roof.
Yes. There was like hallways from that were collapsed. Maybe we could try digging through there into a different room.
Maybe that could be possible. I can technically go up as high as
I say we head back there.
Vicky needs, but like I said, if we fall, we're gonna take. It might be fatal.
Well, let's try going back to where we came then.
Okay. Oh, isn't going back to a massive roll of rocks fatal?
No.
If they stopped collapsing, we should be fine.
So I
If
think we talk about climbing up being fatal, potentially fatal.
exactly. Like, I'd honestly prefer to just.
Let's just go. Let's
Do
go.
you want me to carry you up that wall and see how far we can go?
I just start walking.
I mean, I could teleport up there. Ugh.
Then do it.
I mean, I need a light. That's why we're trying to get an arrow and like some fire so I can like shoot and see what's up there.
And I offered you my flaming sword to light your bolts, but you said, but you could do it yourself.
I mean,
Yeah, stop complaining. If you can do it, then do it.
I wasted a spell slot.
just do a spell slot. I mean,
Boom,
I mean,
just walks out the room.
Light up the damn bolt and shoot it up if you're going to make a big issue out of it.
I'm pulling Mallow.
Yeah, do it.
oh, you pulling Mallow? But Mallow's not
I'm pulling
here.
a Mallow. I'm just leaving the room.
Yeah, she's making her way back. Kuznet's kind of
Oh.
following, like, all right.
No, that's falling. There's no argument about the hole. Like, it's rocks are falling down from the hole. I don't think we should go up there anymore.
It was more just me trying to go find perches that I could tie the rope off.
Okay, listen. Let's head back to where we came, and see if we can find that spike pit chamber again, and see if one of those other collapsed hallways that came out of it, the ones we came from, you know, like, cause we came through like ones that were dug by that monster, but there was other
Right.
hallways that were collapsed that weren't dug by that monster. We'll see if we can dig one of those out and see if we can go through it.
Sure.
Mickey just shrugs at that point. All right,
I have a shovel and a pickaxe. We can dig.
you
I
can
could
dig.
also probably turn into something that could dig.
Took into a giant gopher.
A giant
You know, I
gopher.
like that idea.
Didn't you turn
let's go
into
with
that giant weasel? Can you like dig
Yes.
through that?
I can squeeze into small spaces, but I can't dig.
Turn into a dog. Turn into like dogs when dogs can dig, right?
I don't think through stone.
Can't it turn into like a mole or something?
Dude, paging God.
With your natural aptitude toward nature, just roll me a nature check.
Or like a bullet or something?
I mean,
Uh.
Kustaf and Aurora
She-
were
she-
saying that they can dig through rock.
We said we could dig through soil.
Oh, soil.
As you're thinking, Maddie, you're like, I mean, yeah, a small mole would be easy, but that ain't gonna fit everybody.
Yeah, that's not gonna fit everyone, and I don't think they can go through stone.
Listen,
Well,
let's go
make
back
it bigger?
to the. Let's go. I'm just walking. If you follow me, that's okay.
It's also that
Sure,
situation
but
where
we're
I
trying
could
to figure
fucking
out.
turn into something that doesn't know how to dig, and I could headbutt a fucking wall.
I mean, I already tried punching a wall, and the only echo sort of hollow area was above.
What if I clap my thighs?
I'm going to punch you.
I'm gonna follow Boomy.
Yeah,
Alright.
thank you. Can we walk inside?
I mean, yeah,
Well-
if you guys want to start walking, but
Yeah, Maddie's
Yeah.
following Boomy.
I guess Vicky's just gonna follow in the back. She's just like,
all right. Y'all start walking towards the chamber, and after about an hour of walking, you do arrive back at it.
Now, if I
However,
remember,
during that time, you reach a point where your magical items don't work.
I light a torch.
Mm-hmm. Again, you guys are
I
back in
forgot
that same just dug straight hallway. I mean, it twists and turns a little bit, but it's like kind of basically straight. Like it goes up and down just a little bit every now and then. But you kind of take an hour to walk back. Keatrin and Maddie,
Mm.
you guys have the highest perceptions. I want
Mhm.
you to give me a perception check, please.
Perception check.
That's a
19. I'm sorry, it's
19.
a disadvantage.
It's fine. I this is why I understand when I'm asking for advantage and not advantage. All right.
Wait, what? That dice is confusing.
Rolled a 4, so
It looked like it landed on a 14.
weird. However, all right, as you guys are walking, you're kind of talking and stuff, and it makes sense that Maddie's kind of being quiet for this, as you all are just kind of like chit-chatting amongst yourselves. However, Maddie, as you're walking in, you hear the subtle tink, 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 tink.
Hmm. Hush. Maddie's gonna speed up towards the sound.
Okay. You guys are in the chamber. The spike pit is still in front of you, but you all can fucking jump it with your
Yeah.
strengths. So you
Easy.
kind of jump
Shadow
it.
step.
Well, the rope
Fair
should
enough.
be still there, right? I don't think we ever
No, we
took
took
it.
the rope back.
Ah, never mind. We did took it. Never mind.
Yeah, you guys took the...
I'm pretty sure one of us could just chuck you across if we really need to.
Yeah.
Yeet you into the fucking spike pit.
I mean,
Stay down there.
Kid, you could probably just pick me up and jump, but yeah.
Yeah, we just football spiked the kobolds into the pit.
No, no! Jesus Christ!
Field goal!
All right, but as
Yeah. Wait, shit.
Maddie, as you get closer to the other side, you hear it coming from the tunnel above you that you guys climbed down originally. You know how they kind of fell in at that point, and there's a tunnel leading up and off to the side kind of deal.
Yeah.
You're hearing the tink 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 coming from there, and the voices, and potentially voices.
Maddie is gonna. How high is it? Just like to the ground that goes up, or is it like off the ground and you have to jump to climb into it?
I mean, there is a wall you could potentially climb up next to the hole, but it's just basically right above. Remember when I explained it originally, it looked like something dug down in there originally, like coming straight through the top, and then went out the door and continued digging through there.
I am going to turn into a bat, and I'm going to fly
Using
up
what?
the hole.
Using what?
Question,
Huh?
Hold on, Finn. Using what?
Wild shape.
Easy enough. You see Maddie kind of shift her body into a bat.
I'm going to say for flavor, I'm a flying fox.
Fair enough. All right. Yes, Finn. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
how high up is the hole?
10 feet.
Dang, I can only do a jump 5 feet into the air,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty damn high, but still not
Yeah.
10 feet.
Kietran and Maddie
Maddie-
seem to have easy ways up as you hear her clacking wings flying up there.
You big wingspan flapping up the tunnel towards the noise.
I'll be
Kietran.
over there. Yeah.
Throw me.
I am already up here. I'll reach down and sort of reach out my hand to see if I can help.
Can I jump 5 feet up and still be able to grab his hand as he reaches down?
Yeah, go ahead. Just give me a straight athletics.
Okay, because I can just straight jump 5 feet in the air with
Mhm.
my strength. Let's go.
As we hear the clacking of boots on the cobblestone floor.
So this is an
I'm a
athletics
bat!
check?
Leave me alone, I can be...
Oh, it's not just you,
Would-
it's
Would it
everybody.
be acrobatics though? 'Cause I'm trying to grab.
I'm pretty sure she's the only one typing though.
No, I've heard Cask and I hear Fen.
Wow.
All right.
I haven't
No,
touched a lot. What-
athletics is actually for jumping, believe it or not. If you're doing like wall to wall, that's acrobatics.
Okay,
But
can I
just
try,
straight
I'm gonna try wall to wall then.
Okay, give me an
Wait, how-
acrobatics
how-
as you're
how
like.
narrow- Wait, how narrow all these? Oh, can I actually do a wall jump?
I mean,
Is it narrow enough?
I mean, depending on your roll, I mean, it's basically 10 feet wide. So I mean, you could potentially do it.
He's asking if it's going to be easy or not.
It's hard to judge on the ground without trying it.
I'm thinking if it was 5 feet wide, I could probably do a wall jump, but 10 feet wide, that's pushing it.
You guys are also super powered as fuck. All right.
So I'll try to do a wall jump my way up. I mean, I have a plus 11 in acrobatics. 28.
Okay. You run to the other side of the wall. You run back. You jump off that wall. Jump off the next one. And you just basically Mario springboard your way up. You actually just miss Kietran's hand completely. And just
Really?
basically land right up there.
You ask for help and then you... Fuck you, I'm not doing that.
Well, I thought maybe I'd have to grab your hand, but I didn't realize I had to get up all the way up.
Yeah, well, now you do. Do you need help, Vicky, or... I'm gonna see if I can help the dragons.
They kind of reach up and you're able
I'll
to get 'em.
lower. I have a rope. I can just lower the rope down to help people climb up.
Kietran's also 8 feet fucking tall.
True.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you didn't have to jump, but you wanted to jump, so.
Exactly.
Cask.
So yeah, I just help out the dragons.
Cask, how are you getting up?
How
You
far
want
is
to
it?
help Vicky? Or... Oh god, not again.
Vicky would have to jump a little bit just because of how short she is, and
Yeah.
Kietran can only reach so far. However, he is a very tall man, and he does have a long wingspan, so if you wanted to jump up, it would be pretty easy, potentially, to just go straight up.
You think I can like parkour my way up? No.
I mean, you just saw Boomy do it.
All right, I
You
do
can
it.
hop over my head and make me look like an
I-
idiot for trying to help.
I parkour my way up like the
Parkour.
what's it called? I forgot the word. Like the circus.
Cirque du
pose
Soleil?
was. Yes.
Cirque du Soleil.
All right, roll me acrobatics as you try to jump from wall to wall.
Woo!
Lucky.
Okay.
Unlike a 16.
Are you
Oh, okay.
serious?
Well,
Oh
you're
my
taking a
God.
16. And as you go to jump, you get to the first one. You're like, yeah, I got it. Get to the second one. Yeah, I got it. You hit the second one, and you're like, don't got it. Falling. Okay, Kietrin, go ahead. Make me just a general dexterity check.
Maddie's
But-
already flapping up the
Christ.
tunnel. She's gone.
Yeah.
First one in.
And
First one in. First one
I
out.
grab
Vicky,
your
as you're
ankle.
falling, you're like, oh crap, you kind of start tilting ass over tea kettle, and all of a sudden you feel something yank on your tail as Kietrin ends up grabbing your tail to hoist you up.
I'm trying to be fancy. Like lifts you up and just lets you fall down on the dirt.
All right. And with the dragon's height and everything and them able to stretch their tails, you're able to get them up pretty easily with, again, your strength and everything. I'm not going to make you roll for that one.
Okay.
I think we should begin chasing after the bat.
Well, she decided to run off herself. Is that a problem?
I mean, I would hope she sticks around for you guys, but if she doesn't, I mean, Kietrin can definitely catch up.
Yeah.
It's more less the fact that she's trying to go see the noise, see what it is, then come back and report to them.
Okay. And as you head up for...
Are you a bat?
Yeah, she
Yes,
is.
I'm a flying fox.
Aren't you blind?
Blind sight.
No, I have blind sight, and I
right.
believe I have dark vision.
It would.
Check the bat statistics.
I think it's that because bats use
blinds-
echolocation and shit
yeah,
like that.
blind sight's
I
easy
have
enough.
echolocation. The bat can't use its blind sight while deafened.
not
I have
deafened.
blind sight of 60 feet and a passive of 11.
Yeah, and so you're kind of... And you use your wild shape. So
Wait.
hold on.
Yeah, I
You
use
have
my
a
wild
passive
shape
of
for that.
11.
Hold on. No, she doesn't. Because she wild shaped into this, and she keeps her wisdom, intelligence, and
Okay.
charisma. She just gets the strength, constitution,
The
and
dex and
dexterity.
con.
Yes, of a bat.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So technically, I have my 16 passive perception and 60 feet of blind sight.
Yes.
I have
And
a higher- damn.
and as you're going through there, you're like you're just flapping, and you start sending out your echolocation, just ski, ski, ski. I know that's not what a bat makes, but you know what? Fuck it.
And plus, I'm a flying fox, so they make different noises than that.
Exactly. Either way, there's clicking that cannot be heard even by Kietrin's gigantic ears. As you go forward, you're able to pick up something. Something is shifting around up there, but you can't exactly tell what. But as you're listening and stuff, in your bat form, you hear ting 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 ting.
Did I hear this at this point?
I would say the party starts to hear it as you guys keep walking forward, but she's able to hear it a lot louder than you guys.
Okay. Do we hear that? It's probably
But-
just Maddie, to be fair.
Probably this, Maddie. What does the tinking noise sound like a pickaxe hitting something because of Boomy? Because I think I heard Boomy hit something with her pickaxe before.
Yeah, you have.
I mean, you can think that, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of is it's probably pickaxes. She's just gonna head more towards the noise and see if she can either notice something or at least light.
Okay. You don't see light as your echolocation detects a wall in front of you. However, Maddie,
Hmm.
make me a dexterity saving throw as there is an almighty boom.
Ah! 14.
Yeah, it's not gonna cut it.
I got sneezed on by my dog too.
All right, well.
Achoo!
All right, you're gonna take the full brunt of this.
No. I
no,
mean,
she
I'm
gave
gonna
us
immediately
TNT.
get shot out of bat form and be into unicorn form because I only have 1 hit point as a bat.
Oh yeah.
So it's like shot, suddenly unicorn.
Just be glad that he's not gonna count
You
the breed.
take 30 points of bludgeoning damage
Ooh.
as the area in front of you explodes out towards you. You guys, as you're trekking up, suddenly hear an almighty boom, and dust and just rocks just immediately fly back in your face, filling your lungs with debris and everything, making your eyes water and scratch and itch.
So I technically only take 29 because of
Yeah.
bat form.
But you're crumpled in a heap on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I'm
I will,
fucking reeling. And I'm in unicorn form, so I'm not human anymore.
I will
Mhm.
draw my pickaxe and run towards the explosion like a true hero.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Owie, owie, owie.
Yeah, and as
Kitchen
you...
will do the same.
Yes, kid. Well,
Vicky is just gonna watch.
okay. As they go running off into the dust, you're left behind. There, Vicky.
I mean, this is just dust. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. But as you guys are kind of getting to there, you guys kind of look out and suddenly there's bright light. It gets hard to see in there. All of a sudden, you hear a voice go, "Anybody down there?
Hello?
Hello?"
Hello?
Oh, okay, good.
What
Thank
the
God.
fuck was that? You just hear Betty screaming.
Hey, we got somebody over here. Come on.
Vicky uses the thaumaturgy voice.
You are back there.
I mean, they're not heard any of that anyways.
I mean, it echoes down eventually, but I mean,
Okay, so I'm gonna use if I finally do hear it, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to increase my voice to 4 times as loud, and
Great.
I'm gonna scream for help.
your party's already taken care of that, but all of a sudden you guys hear from the back behind you an almighty laughing, I guess.
Behind.
Yeah, she's just laughing and she's screaming for help.
No.
She can't keep a straight face.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Laugh screaming from Vicky.
We just
and
look
she's
back
in
and be
so
like,
much pain.
Oh my god.
Should we be worried about her, or is she just... I think she's fine.
Yeah. As Kiatrin, as you turn back from that, you finally see a man climbing down from the hole they apparently blasted into this area. You see a rather scraggly-looking bearded man. He comes down. His mustache is all askew. There's actually what appears to be a little bit of smoke coming from there. He's got big, bulging glasses on. His clothes are kind of an old workman's uniform kind of deal. He's got like these big, poofy pants on. He's human. His hair is about the color of brown, except for that little smoking patch in which he realizes, oh, shit. Oh, hello. Are you the
Hello.
ones that... We found this area and something
Baddies.
collapsed it, and so we started digging around, found a bunch of contraptions, and when we went to talk to people, they said that some adventurers were here, so we decided to start clearing the area. And
That's us.
well, we started.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
We were buried in here.
As you just see Maddie scraggly just clambers out of dust and pebbles, just coughing up dust.
There you are, Maddie. What happened to you?
In unicorn form, her mane is no longer white. It is fucking brown.
Oh, looks like we hit a horse dairy.
Yeah,
I made him
that's-
Canadian, but it works.
Yeah, okay. First off, where are we? We went underground and we kind of just got...
Well, you're by Whitestone there, and well, how you say, you're by the temple. Well, not the temples. You're by the graveyard. Me and my
Yeah.
crew got
Yeah.
called out kind of last night as there was an almighty cacophony coming from the forest there, and well, how you say, by gosh darn it, we come over here and there's a fucking giant hole in the ground, and so we
Yeah.
There was sort of a skeleton army down there, and well,
Oh.
we took care of it.
oh
Yeah,
that,
you
Who the
blew
fuck
up the
set off the
fucking...
explosives?
oh that
Yeah,
we
she
need
caved it
there.
in.
We needed to clear some of the rock debris, and it's easy to do that with explosives. It really destroys the place pretty damn good.
You hit me!
Well, that's your
Okay.
own fault for being too close there, I think.
I was trying to see what the striking and the muffled yelling was about, and I come through a tunnel and I get blown up.
Well, that
Well,
was us.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was just about to say that. How often have I said not to rush in?
I didn't know who it was, and I sure as hell didn't expect them to be boomies.
That's what I was
Boomy.
trying to relate to it. Yeah, Boomy also caused the big sinkhole.
Yeah.
We'll,
Say,
I
say,
may have
just
caused
say it out loud.
sinkhole.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
look, I didn't realize that gigantic chamber without any ceiling support would collapse when I blew it up.
Well, apparently nobody else did there either because, oh boy, howdy, you should see the mess you folks caused. There's a bunch of trees down here, broken pulleys and stuff. Oh my god, I tell you what, this is going to take us a couple of days to clean up there. Definitely going to be good for excavation. We didn't know this was out here.
Yeah, no, there's quite a few things down there.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, there was
yes.
there was a vampire and some sort of evil shrine down here too.
You don't say there.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the vampire's gone, but there was an exit. There was another exit hole we couldn't climb up, so we don't know where that leads.
Yeah, be careful. There's a big pitfall somewhere around here.
Oh, well, we'll bring some folks in and potentially take a look at it, but, you know,
I recommend guards.
Oh, okay.
It's deeper than 200 feet deep.
Oh, okay. Well, we were just gonna go walk down the tunnel here that we seem to have found. But you know, well, it's gonna take a couple of days. Plus, we were just told to clear out this area because, and as you guys are kind of like walking and talking at this point, you come across to what you guys created. There's a massive. You guys are below the ground still, except you're not. When you guys collapsed the tunnel, you brought down monstrous trees all around this area. As you look through the wreckage and debris, you see pulleys, cables, stone columns. You see counterweights or giant rocks just all strewn about all over this area. Dirt is everywhere. I mean, you guys caused a serious sinkhole where you were.
Hey, I mean, look at the bright side. You could always turn this into a cistern or something when you're done clearing it.
Right, because we want to put the pool where the cemetery is. Yeah, how'd that gonna work out there?
Well, this is like off to the side of the cemetery, isn't it?
It's part of the cemetery. They're like you remember the metal door that you broke the mechanism for? That was a burial chamber. There were sarcophaguses in it.
Oh, true.
Yes,
Yeah,
you caused.
Cemetery is
Oh,
about
okay.
60
Hey, look at
feet
the
over
bright
that
side.
way.
I have more room for graves.
Mm.
Clear the whole. Clear the
Yeah,
whole.
and as you guys walk out,
Boomy,
this
just
is
shut up.
a whole working site. You see a bunch of people dressed similar to him, but he looks to be the man in charge, or at least the one that came down there first. As you see a bunch of humans, dwarves working around this area, just clearing debris. See people cutting up trees at this point too.
I
It's good to
think we
see
should get
daylight though.
down and report back to the Lord of Whitestone, or if he's even home yet.
Mm.
I will say, as you guys are walking, Maddie is mildly limping.
Vicky's still down there, so I'm kind of like, has the dust settled down, I guess?
Well, we were walking away from the hole, so we were ways away from you now.
I mean, I'm still down there.
He just
I'm
leave you
just saying
there.
that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. The dust is gonna take a bit. I mean,
You may want to get out of there until that cave collapses because they just blew up shit.
Yeah, and I got hit with it.
And I think Boomy is just gonna start trying to find a way out of here so we can get back to town, because Boomy
yeah,
wants to go
he
back to town.
kind of the foreman there helps you guys kind of scramble out of the hole and stuff like that. Are you still staying there, Cask?
I mean, I screamed for help and nobody came. So,
Because
I
they
You
ran
lost
into your
during so.
party first. I mean, the dust is
I-
settling, but it's still murky.
I guess Vicky has to walk upstairs.
All right, and as Vicky walks out, suddenly someone goes, "Hey, there's a kobold down there!" And all of a sudden, you hear a bunch of click, 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 click.
She's with us.
Vicky,
That's our kobold. She's
Vicky's just-
She's a
Don't
kobold.
touch the
It's a
dragons
kobold,
either.
and it's just fucking Vicky jumps out of the hole wearing her wig and Gucci owl uniform, and it goes, "What the fuck is it wearing?
just screeches.
Kill it!
Right?
Kill it!"
She gravels covers in bed.
Oh god.
You hear a bunch of unclicking of guns as they pocket them.
Vicky, there you are. We thought we finally lost you. I mean, oh no, I thought we've lost you.
I swear to God, Boomy. I was asking for help. I was in trouble. You know what?
You certainly look like you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was stuck. Like, my ankle got stuck in a rock. You guys didn't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You're laughing.
Down, please.
just for
laughing.
just for shits and giggles, roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Can it be a disadvantage because she was laughing?
No, that's just Cass not keeping a straight face.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat. Oh, natural one.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
23. I just look at you and be like, you did this before.
Her ankle looks fine.
Yeah, no, you're... Shut up.
Betty
You're a
right now
boy,
doesn't care. She's
You're a kobold, and you're just trying to pull everyone's leg.
Guess whose leg got pulled?
All right.
Let's go back to town, please. I wanna.
Ketrin cracks a smile at that and be like, God damn it.
Yes. Anywho.
Yeah, lots of stuff to think about.
Oh wow. Even at 13, she's 17. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess Vicky just kind of does a pretty poor job at it. She just continues to walk anyways.
Yes.
She's
However,
full of herself.
yes. As you guys eventually make your way back to... Okay, thank you, Microsoft. Fuck off. As you guys eventually make your way back to town, you pass the gates, and you see people in the church, actually. You see a bunch of people taking stretchers out of the bloating corpses and stuff like that.
Mm.
And they seem to be ferrying them.
I'll mention to the foreman that would happen. Is he still with us, or did he leave us?
He kind of left you alone, but, I mean, you can run back if you want.
I'm quick enough. I'll run back and be like, just another heads up.
Yeah?
There is a trap room down there.
Oh, okay.
Lots of spike pits and the roof started to crush our heads, so
Okay,
be
well,
careful with that.
we'll take care of that there. The dwarves are pretty good at figuring that stuff there out. The funny part is, they think a lot of this was dwarven made at some point, which is interesting.
Yeah, there was a door made of adamantium at some down there.
Oh, they're gonna want to find that. That'd be interesting. Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
the whole mechanism apparently was tied to it.
Seems overbuilt, but what can you say about
That's
those?
well
I tell you what, yeah. One dwarf kind of like sits beside him and starts arguing with him immediately. They're going over like the semantics of overbuilding versus underbuilding.
They start arguing. It's like, all right, I'm out. Just catches up with the party.
And as for comedic effect, because fuck it, I like comedy. You guys are talking. All of a sudden, Keatrin disappears and is back again in a cloud of dust.
Mm-hmm.
I have too much dust in my mane as it is.
Yes, and
Yeah, well, don't worry. It's fine.
and you guys finally make your way out of the what do you call it? The
Parchwood Timberlands?
No, you guys make your way out of the cemetery area where the Temple of Dawn and the altar of the Raven is, and you make your way back towards the city center, where you finally find yourselves in once more of a bustling metropolis.
Is there still a party going on?
No.
No, okay, good.
Maddie's limping the whole time, and she's so angry.
Do you want me to carry you?
I'm fine.
Well, why are you angry?
I got exploded.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy you a beer when I get back to the inn.
Nikki's gonna roll her eyes. He's just gonna whisper sweet words of healing words on her. Oh.
Whisper into her ear.
Plus, Cass, plus your charisma modifier, which
No,
is
I
an
didn't.
8, yes?
Why isn't my charisma there? thought
I don't
so
know.
I guess I fucked it up. Just plus 3. It's 3 plus 1d4. So 3 plus 8. So you get
11.
11.
11.
You get 11 HP.
You have
Well,
a
Maddie's
plus
not
8
limping
in your
anymore, but she's still
modifier?
covered in dust.
Yeah, it's
Her
1d4
mane's
plus your
not even
spell.
white anymore. Her mane's fucking brown.
Yeah, 26. Damn.
All right. But yeah, you guys are back. What you doing?
I'm gonna find my way to that fucking Elven store.
The
Well,
what?
first of
The,
all,
the
now that
magic one.
now that we cleared the vampire, shouldn't we like bring this news to the heads and whatnot?
Are they even in town still?
Oh right, they actually stepped off, didn't they? But
Well,
wasn't that like that one like I don't know. I forgot their name. How are they called? Like the people who cleans the house or whatever.
At the very least, he probably goes to deliver the message to Castle so they know what's going on. But can we please stop off and get something actual to eat and drink first?
I want a shower.
I need a shower and I want to go pick up my armor.
I don't know how you guys still know what a shower is, but
I mean,
I
we
need- I
actually
need a
took in
bathe.
showers. We took a shower twice. Come
We
on.
need to bathe.
you just
Or
know it's a
bathe.
closet that pours water on your head.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
fine.
call it a
that's-
shower.
Well, I need to clean
Called it a
myself.
shower.
I know. All right.
You get showered by the rain. We just can assume that this is what I mean.
All right. Keitron, are you going with them or not?
No, I'm gonna go to the Maverick spot.
The Mavericks pot. Oh, okay. The apothecary. All right.
Isn't that the magic store?
That's. It's no. That's not. That's not the magic store. That's the apothecary.
Is it the bric-a-brac?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It didn't sound magical. Oh, I'm going to the Maverick spot then, just because I have other things to go there.
All right. What are you trying to do there?
I'm gonna see if I can find any blood-scented perfume.
Just roll me a general investigation check.
I mean, I'll be happy to ask them if they got any.
Roll me a general investigation check, please.
Okie dokie, investigation. I got a +2. It's not gonna work out very well. Better than I expected.
All right. He kind of offers you. He actually does have some.
Okay.
He's got deer, he's got boar, and he's got bear.
Dear boar and bear. I feel like she might like the idea of deer for some reason. So I'll take a deer.
Okay, that's gonna cost you about 10 gold.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
All right.
And do you have any healing potions that I may be able to acquire?
Hold on.
I love how you say acquire and not buy.
Yeah, he did.
Wink.
Let's to acquire them, not to buy them.
Yeah, basic. Okay, burnt. Just for expediency's sake, he pulls out 2 regular and 1 greater. That's all he has right now.
Okay, how much would it cost me to take the lot?
The lot would be roughly. The lot, the 200.
Can I get to like slightly
Hold
cheaper?
on. I'm thinking. 250. Roughly.
Can I get to slightly cheaper as I'm buying them in a bulk?
Roll a persuasion check.
And he'll pull out the materials for 1 potion. And I can sort of exchange this for you, so maybe I can
What?
get it slightly cheaper.
What is it?
I have materials for a single potion.
All right, roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Please work for me. That is a 2. God damn it.
He's not interested. He's got plenty of supplies as it is, and he kind of buys in bulk. So he's willing to sell. He's willing to sell you them, but he's not willing to knock anything off right now.
Okay, I'll buy
As
it. The 1 greater, 1 minor.
Okay, that'll be 200.
Okay, I give him the money.
Okay, you have 1 greater and 1 regular.
Greater healing. And just healing potion.
Yep. All right.
Okay, after that, I have 1 other place, but I'll let them go do their thing.
Well, I'm trying to go for expediency's sake so that they can all take their showers and everything, and you guys kind of
Okay.
meet up to do stuff afterwards. Is what I was trying to do, but You know,
Sorry, I have stuff that I need to do.
right?
Listen,
Which
you put us in town. We're gonna take like 2 sessions to get shit done.
exactly. So that's why I'm trying to expedite the thing. You know what I mean? Which is
Well-
why I was gonna have you guys go back to the inn and go shower and stuff. But Kitchen obviously wants to run off. So
Yeah,
all right.
I'll
Where
do
do you-
it tomorrow then. I'll go back to the inn and do my shit tomorrow.
All right. You guys kind of sit down for a quick hour and some change, and you all kind of shower, get some food, get some grub in you. Just mark a gold off for the food right now.
Just refresh all the way.
Yeah, just kind of take a minute to relax, get your bearings back in town.
So, guys,
Yeah.
I think we should talk about what happened.
About what?
With Mallow's gone now, and
We've already talked. Do we need to linger on it and feel bad about ourselves?
well, I don't want the stuff that Vampire said. I've been trying to think about it more.
No, yeah, no, definitely.
Honestly, like, what if they were bluffing? Like, how does he know what he was talking about was like true or whatever?
He would. Vicky, you know it's very difficult to lie to me.
No, you say that, and I've lied plenty enough to you. She just giggles to
And I've
herself.
caught you out in every single time.
No, you haven't. You don't know that.
He like leans down and be like, "Yes, I don't need a boy trying to lie to me, okay?"
She leans even closer across her arms. No, you haven't learned everything about me.
I know that you're male. Now,
No.
I do.
I'm still on the fence about that. But I'm more just the...
Now, I'm pretty sure she wasn't lying about what she said with you, anyway. Boomy.
stuff you said about my father.
Yeah, there's. The thing was, there's two different things to tell if people are lying. One, they seem to be a little nervous if they get caught out in their own lie. Or two, they have a reason for the lie, so if
She
for
had
some
no.
reason it made it obvious.
She had no reason
She-
to lie, though.
Yeah. She instead took joy in telling you the truth because she knew it would. She seemed to be overconfident. And there was a reason for that, just because she was also not there. But the fact is, she was very, very confident that this was the truth. She didn't have any inkling of hesitation. She
Listen, I
spoke as
would-
if it was fact.
I went for so long thinking my father wanted me dead, only to hear what she said. I'm still a little shaken about it.
I'm honestly tempted to go back home. I need to find out if my family's.
Listen,
I don't care if they're vexed up me. I need to.
like, you already know all about my business.
Yeah, and I'm
But-
happy to help you out. If I can.
Yeah, okay. I just need a little bit to think.
Well, tomorrow we. I'm probably going to go into this fight pit we have.
Well,
I also need to go check out a couple of items at the.
yeah, I have
Rick and
something
Rack.
to do. I do think we should head up to the castle to at least deliver the message about what we did.
Are there any gods around here?
I mean, no, you guys seem to be in between that breakfast and lunch rush, so doesn't seem to be anybody
Exactly.
really in there. I mean, there's a couple of people that have started nursing their tankards. They probably got off like the late shift during the night working on something. But as you can tell, doesn't seem to be many
I mean,
or any guards in there.
I guess it's still kind of early. I guess we can go up there after we finish eating lunch, I guess.
Yeah, it'll probably be the ideal thing. We need to have a shower or
A
water
toast,
closets, as the god keeps complaining about us knowing what the shower is.
I would probably
Um,
I'll
toast.
smite you.
Do it.
A toast to, I guess, us and adventures and friendship and not dying constantly. I don't know.
A toast to Mal's safety.
To Mallow, safety. I look over at the other two, just being quiet.
Just
Honestly-
Maddie's eating and staring into her food.
She doesn't agree. She's just like, for Mal's improvement, I'm pretty sure this will help him out.
That would also be pretty.
He's
yeah.
smart. If he's with his dieting, I'm still pretty freaked out about that half hoof on the wall.
Well, I can tell you one thing. That is a solid wall.
I mean, I guess for his safety. I do miss him very much.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, now I think about it, hopefully the miners don't mistake that fist on the wall for something magical.
Okay, I'm just gonna go get cleaned up, and I guess we'll meet back down here.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Maddie goes up to clean as well.
All right. Well, I already said you guys had cleaned, and you guys were kind of eating after being clean, but if
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
And Maddie just looks at them and goes, "Do you remember where that armor or leathersmith was?"
Cheap swords?
Yes.
Yeah, it's near the Dawnfather Square, if I'm not mistaken.
Because we had hide armor
in
being
northern
made
one.
for me that I pick up.
Yeah, we can probably head over there if you'd.
That would be
I need to
fine.
head over toward the bric-a-brac afterwards.
That's fine. We can go do that. She finishes
Alright.
her food.
mhm.
The cheap swords is in the northern ward near the Dawnfather Square, right? Right? If I remember correctly.
It was closer to the
think it was up
dawn.
here.
It was closer to the dawn. It was closer to the Dawnfather Square, I believe, when I described it originally. Again, they don't have things listed, so I just have. So for the
Okay.
most part,
Well, there you go.
it's around the Dawnfather Square. For it, so
I was close
just
enough.
give me a perception check as you guys are heading out. Unless anybody else wants to go anywhere else.
I'll make
Well,
a
I think we need to go to the castle. That's one thing we're going.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing that I want to.
Should I make a perception too?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to split up and you go to the castle?
Natural
and
20!
meet Godsend? I'll just make one because I was already making one as well. If we get anywhere with that, nah. You spot it well before I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna split up.
Are you guys
I'm going
splitting
to the
up?
castle.
All right.
All right, I want to go to the castle too, so I'll stay with Boomy.
Okay, so we'll go with the other two first. All right, as you guys are kind of heading south towards the Dawnfather Square, Maddie, with your recollection, you immediately like, oh, we go here, we turn around here. Ah, here we are. And within a couple of minutes, you are right in front of the cheap swords.
Okay. Yeah, I found it.
Yes, you did. Let's
Uh,
go
sh-
inside and see if your thing's ready.
Yeah, she goes in with Katrin, and she
Okay.
asks for her if her armor is ready.
All right, and as you go in, you see the I believe he was a halfling, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Yeah, he was a halfling that oh yeah, I remember how. Okay. Looking over my notes, they don't make sense to me now because it's been months or it's been weeks, but now I remember. You see a halfling man, he goes, "Oh yeah, how can I help you? Oh, you're the one with the hide armor, right?
Yes.
I hope you're not here for it today. I did say I was going to take 2 days, and that was a day ago.
Oh, we've been underground and
a-
exploring. We lost a lot of time. We lost a lot of concept of time. We thought it would be done by now.
How is it 2 days? How is it not done? Because we took a break after we did this, then we went to the.
No, you guys went straight that night.
Right, we did.
We
Ooh,
ordered it after the vampire attack.
Yeah.
yeah. We ordered it right after the vampire attack, and then the next morning we went off and did the thing.
That one I
Oh, okay.
remember because she's been talking about this. Like, it's not ready.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. It seems just good. You're just really eager for it.
I want a little more protection, you know?
Yeah, well, you got magic. All right. Well. Tomorrow then. Tomorrow's the.
Mhm.
Just sort of the situation where it's like we lost track of time, and we kind of checking on it.
Fair
Oh.
enough, fair enough. Well, I'll let Shorthorn know you kind of want it done quickly, if you don't mind. So,
Sure.
alright.
That's fine.
Anything else I can help you with?
Um,
I just have a question because you know this town better than I do.
Sure.
Is there a place that sells like jewelry or crystal balls or stuff like that?
Are you looking specifically for magic stuff, or are you looking for something else?
The decorative.
Sorry, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I mean, there's always the bric-a-brac. They deal in arcane stuff. They might have some fancy oddities that some wizard or something made at a time.
Okay, because I was just curious if there was like a jeweler or something, like just to get a simple necklace or a pair of earrings.
Not that I know of. Usually when I'm looking for my jewels, that a trader comes in every now and then and sets up a market square in the dawn. I changed his voice on me, damn it.
GG, well played.
Yeah, sorry. I can't remember the voice. It's been a while since I did his voice, so I apologize. Right, so, yeah, usually I get it from, like, traders, and I just hoard a bunch of it, so, you know, and then Shorthorn fits it in there. It's just for, you know, the decorative armor.
Okay.
Also, sir, how good are you at identifying weapons?
I mean, I can identify a lot of weapons, but if you're looking for something particularly magical, not so good.
I'm more just curious as to, and you hold out the hilt of the sword. Do you know it's sword would require a hilt like this exactly?
I mean, judging from the size of it, you mind giving it here?
Yeah,
Alright.
behind over.
Alrighty. Well, if you look at it, lad, because as he looks at it, if you look at it here, there's no spot for a blade.
Yeah, that's why I was just curious.
It's literally just a hilt.
Yeah, I was more asking as to what sort of sword would go with this. Is it like a great sword sort of handle, or is it like a scimitar? Like, what is it?
If I were to judge, I would say potentially a short sword, scimitar, or somewhere around that range. It's not a great sword. This is definitely not made for a two-handed. This is a one-handed weapon. I can definitely tell you that by the hilt, but
Yeah.
this sword is definitely one of a shorter variety. One-handed for sure.
Yeah, I don't normally use weapons other than he'll pull out his quarterstaff. I use this mostly, so I'm
Yeah,
just kind of curious.
Saw it on your back last time, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he'll just sort of take the hilt back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't think I
Anything
need
else?
anything else? Not that I know of, really.
All right. Anything else for? Are you in human form or a unicorn?
Human form.
All right. Anything else I
And
can
what-
do for you, lady?
Yeah, it's more or less when she's in town, she's human.
Okay.
Not really. I'll probably have to go wander around to see if I can find a jeweler or to talk to that one shop that you suggested. I don't remember its name.
Alrighty. Well, if you need anything of the metal variety, I'm always here to help. For a price.
Well, that works. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna just head on out. See if we can find the bric-a-brac.
Alright.
Yeah, Maddie's following.
Okay. Go ahead, Kiatrin, as you're the only one who's been there before. Give me a general perception.
Perception, let's do it. Can I make it with advantage as it has a distinct smell about it as an apothecary? No, it's not. Never mind. Wrong one.
You're getting my apothecary and everything confused there.
I am. It sounds fucking well. Alright, 25.
That's why I named it that way. Alright. And as you go through there, you start walking through it till you find a shop and you're like, I think this is it. Wait, nope, that's Maverick's Pot. No, I want the store next to it. That's right. It's bric-a-brac. It's next to the Maverick's Pots. That was the caveat.
Yeah, there were one's like tiefling. They're both tieflings or something like that.
Yes, and as you go in,
What
You
elephants?
see-
This one?
yes, you see a very well kept store. It's completely clean, nice and dainty. Everything's organized and shelved. It appears to be, I believe I described it as a one-story place. And as you enter, a white tiefling comes out and just goes, "Greetings, how may I help you?"
Hello again.
Yes.
Snow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is I. How may I help you?
All right. I have a couple of items I can't really make out of. Are you able to identify magic create things?
I would hope so, yes. If you are looking for it, there is a fee.
Obviously. How much per item?
25 gold per item.
Oh, that's easy. All right. I'll just pull out the hilt of the sword.
Okay.
I have no idea what this does or anything.
Interesting.
And over 25.
I've seen something like this, but let me take a
Okay.
look. And you see him start to cast a spell over it. And I believe you guys had Bavine when he identified stuff. Yeah, that's right. You travel the
Yeah.
whole dragon thing with him. You can definitely tell this is an identify spell.
Hmm.
Except it's a little different. Bavines seem to be more, how you say, faith-based. You saw a lot of symbols and calligraphy. This one just appears to be more runes and arcanic in nature. That you can definitely tell.
Catherine goes just over his head because he has no fucking clue what the difference is.
I know it looks a little different, but as he's casting, he's like, yes, I thought it was very similar, but this is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So look up what the fuck this was at the time. Hold on. Cause did it as he's apparently tapping on the counter.
Indeed.
Where the fuck are the magic items when you need it? It's alright. Hold on, folks. Fucking too far. Damn it. And when you lose notes, it's great because the party didn't want to identify this when they hit Bavine. Oh, I know what it is, and I just don't know the name of it, and it's really pissing me off. And I wrote it down on a piece of. Oh, wait, did I put it in here? I've got so many fucking notes. It's not even funny.
When the DM doesn't know what to do.
Well, I know where you guys found it. You found it in You guys found it in the what was it? The dungeon where you guys fought Zook.
Yeah, in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in hell. I'm just trying to find where I put those notes down for the treasure. You know what I mean? And that's really pissing me off that I can't find it.
Snow, you seem to be having a bit of an issue. Is everything okay?
Let's take a quick break if you guys don't mind, real quick. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can
Sorry.
run with
Alright.
that.
Sorry. I'm trying to find it because I've got so many fucking notes. Yeah. So let's take a quick break while the DM tries to find his notes that he needs.
You're welcome, everyone.
You did this, Katrin. I blame you.
You gave me the items and then complained that we didn't identify them.
I know. And I thought I had them, but I don't, which is really pissing me off. Because I've got so many goddamn notes. Where's that dungeon when you need it? But how's chat doing? Everyone doing good? I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
alive.
hungry, but I don't have food, so.
There, E figured it out. Thank you. That's what it is, except it's a little different. Oh, here we are. Here's my note.
It's a special magic thing.
Yeah, it's
Because it has magic, means it's special.
Yeah, just a bit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, so many notes. Boomy silver breast. And don't sing. We'll get sued for that. Oh my god, so many notes. I really got to put these all in like my computer and stuff like that, so I could just go to like a post-it note thing.
You have Windows 10, don't you? Just put up a bunch of notes.
Exactly. You would think I'd be able to find my notes, apparently, but which is funny because I keep notes. I really do. I've got like over 100 pages of notes for this campaign already.
God, that's a mood.
I just have too many notes. I just gotta find where I drew that map, because that had them all. Alright, but I know, okay, I know what it is. I'll go look it up in the DM's guide now that I know what it is. I'll just do that.
The moment when my tablet's activity. There it goes.
But yes, I could hear everybody typing today. What did you guys all trade your keyboards in for mechanical shit?
Leave my mechanical keyboard alone!
No, I can
And it's
hear
not-
it.
And it's not me this time, technically. For once,
Somebody
it's not
over
me.
there.
It's
Somebody-
Cask.
Yeah, that's me right now.
Oh god. All right, I got it finally. All right.
So you can't say it's my fault this time.
All right, bring it back. I think my dog needs something.
Okay.
What? Get it.
As he doesn't mute himself either. Oh my god. We're a talented bunch, folks, I swear. We're a professional.
Nah.
Oh god. But I hope everybody's having fun. And stuff like that. But yeah, choices and just things to do. Yes, but I found what I was looking
Back.
for. Alrighty. Alright. I have it. Cass just left and Burnt's gone right now, so we'll be waiting. Sorry about having to take a break there. I had it, couldn't find it, and then got it, and so we're good. Just took me a minute because it was dumb. But, yeah. When you make magic items and you can't figure out what the hell it is, that's the mark of a real DM.
Every DM's done that.
Yeah. I mean, and magic items are, again, this one I kind of tooled around with a little bit, so it's not what it's supposed to be, but it kind of is, so. Yeah,
I'm back.
Okay, we're just waiting on Cask. Because he had to go take care of his dog. Doggo.
Doggo.
Yeah, but
Woof,
and
woof.
I apologize for hurting you guys on with the shopping a little bit, but I don't mind it normally, except it's one of those today I kind of had a little bit of plans and stuff, and I know we like to take our time with shopping, and I don't mind it generally, but this one it's like, okay, we could spend the whole episode shopping, or we keep going, you know?
Yeah, plus we're like 30 minutes past 9, and we usually end at 10.
Yeah, so
And it's,
That's
it's
fine.
almost 10.
It's just,
yeah.
Zorn complained and I was curious, so I'm like, fuck it, let's get the item out of my inventory and find out what the fuck they are.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not always gonna give you a snack. Yeah, baby.
This Cass didn't mute himself again.
No, he didn't mute himself when he's left. How would he mute it if he never came back?
I'm saying again, because... Alright.
Alright, I'm back.
I noticed, we heard you come in your door.
Oh.
You didn't mute
Should've probably
yourself.
muted myself.
Yeah.
God damn.
Fen, you still back here, I believe? Yes?
Yeah.
Ben died.
Okay,
Sure.
we're ready to go. Alright, so what he identifies this blade as, or excuse me, what they identify this blade as, is a blade of darkness.
Okay. Blade of Darkness.
You gain +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. It's a short sword. However, to activate it, you need to say a keyword you designate with it to be able to get the blade to form. When you activate it, the blade takes light away. Instead of casting light, it's basically almost a darkness spell, except for 15 feet around you becomes pitch black. Not like it's magical darkness, but it's not going to affect, like, say, dark vision and stuff like that. And then 15 out from that is dim light.
Okay.
So the reverse of light.
Basically. And so it deals the extra damage. However, on living targets, instead of doing regular damage to this blade does necrotic damage to anything living. So you roll your normal short sword die, and then you get a plus D8 to anything that is alive. Constructs, and undead are unaffected by this damage per se.
Okay.
This extra damage, basically.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Are you expecting me to write this down, or do you have the item written
I'll
out?
rewrite it down again, okay?
Okay. Okay, that's interesting.
Very
Yes.
interesting.
This is a reverse of something I saw a long time ago called a sunblade. However, this is more made for darkness. Where did you find this?
Underground.
No, we found it in hell, actually.
Oh, right. I was never there for that.
Interesting. Well, I mean, if you're looking to sell, I would definitely be interested in potentially buying it.
How much?
Oh, a sword like this? I would say 5,000 gold?
Ooh.
No. Thank you for the offer, though.
Fair enough. They kind of hand you your hilt back.
Cool. And they have two. I don't actually know if these are even magical. Probably should have thrown them away, to be fair. But he pulls out 2 sticks. This one kind of looks like a wand. The other one, I honestly don't know. It looks like a branch.
Let me take a look. He kind of starts casting over it, and all right, the branch is a stick of healing. Basically, you roll a 1d. You roll to hit with a regular weapon attack, and you do 1d6 of damage plus your strength modifier. However, as Cass squeaks.
Oh my gosh, my dog.
That's the sound of kobold hips.
That's what happens when you whack it with.
Yeah, and they squeak when you whack them. And as you do that, it heals the damage that you inflict upon someone, but a +1.
Okay, that's sounds kind of intuitive, honestly.
Yes, this is very chaotic in nature.
I guess so.
This is called the beat stick of healing.
The beat stick of healing.
My kind of stick.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think this might have been made by a goblin or something. Just the craftsmanship's very crude, and the magic is weak. But it only does this once a day. This almost seems like a joke.
Kind of does, yeah.
I like it.
Okay? I don't think they're gonna buy it, so we can probably take it.
If you're willing to sell it, it is magical. I may be able to turn it into an actual wand at some point, but I mean, I am willing to buy it. It would
Just as a
okay.
yeah. just out of curiosity, if we were not to buy it, but in say, you said you can maybe turn it into a wand.
Yeah, maybe a wand of healing words or so?
How long would it take if that was the case?
To keep the enchantment but change it around. Potentially 2 weeks?
I don't think it'll be around for that long.
Mm.
Maddie, do you want it as is?
No, what is?
Do you want it as it is?
Oh, want it as it is. Sure, I wouldn't mind taking it.
Okay.
Okay, I take the whacking stick of healing.
The beat stick of healing.
The
Beat stick.
of healing.
And what about this other one?
Let me see. Don't forget, by the way, you gotta be paying them 25 gold each time.
Yeah. She never asked for it, so. Nah, I will.
As part of the agreement, so that's 75 gold total for these 3 items. This one is a wand of frowns.
Wand of frowns.
Yes. It has about 3 charges, and you point it at someone and they must be a very lively person, aka must make a charisma saving throw of 13, to potentially not frown for an hour.
Okay. That, again, sounds like a joke.
So essentially depression in a stick.
Yes, it kind of. Again,
Without
I
the feelings.
feel like this is like made by somebody trickstery-ish, or these are very weird or very.
We did find them in a goblin's room or some sort.
That explains the beat stick. However, yeah, these might have just been starter crafting stuff. That sword, however, is definitely more valuable.
Yeah, no, I could definitely use it. Maybe.
Okay.
Probably.
But I am willing to buy all the items if you want. So, you got...
Well, I definitely don't want to give that one to Vicky, because I know she'll have too much fun with it.
Just huffs
She's not here. Get out of here.
from across the time.
She sneezes.
And there we go.
Do you want the wand? We could just sell it at that point. But if you want the beating stick, you can keep that.
I wouldn't mind keeping the beating stick.
Alright. We'll keep the beating stick, we'll keep the swords. How much do you want for the wand?
Well, do you mean how much am I willing to buy it for?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because I'm not selling it, you are. I could
I'm not
buy
very
it.
good at selling things.
I could buy it for 5 gold.
5 gold.
It's not a very practical item, and it's, again, like as I've been saying, it seems to be more of a joke.
Yeah. How about 10? Because it does, no offense, but it does look like it's been finely crafted. It has ornate depictions on it. It looks like it had some value. Maybe it can be improved upon later. I don't know.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hell yeah.
As you have described a plain-looking black wand as
You
intricate.
said it had ornate thing on it. I wrote that down. You said that.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Oops, my bad. Alright. And she looks at 7.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We probably won't use it, so here you go.
Alright. And they give you the 7 gold.
Also, if a kobold comes in that looks like it's in some sort of Mardi Gras, don't sell it to her. Okay?
Raises an eyebrow, but If they pay for it, I sell it.
Well, she's gonna she'll make everyone frown. She's literally the embodiment of chaos. Alright, well, 7 gold back.
Alright. As we travel up to Boomy and Vicky.
When are we gonna get there already?
I swear, Vicky.
What?
I'm going to be annoyed if you ask that again.
Whatever. I
You
miss
can
my-
literally see it as we walk up to it, Vicky. You know how long it's gonna take.
I miss my wagon.
Odd.
You hear beep beep off in the town somewhere.
Vicky glares or tries to she picks up her head looking around to see where here's the sound from.
It's back in the city somewhere.
Vicky just sighs, just continues to walk.
All right. And as you guys approach the castle of Whitestone, you see it's being guarded once more. The tall parapets and the grandiose designs stand before you in kind of that L shape that you've seen before. And as you guys approach the front gates, you see 2 guards standing there once more. These are different guards than you've seen before, usually guarding the place. It appears to be a dwarf male with a dwarf female standing beside. As you look at you, go, "Oh, how may we help you?"
Okay.
Hello.
Vicky nudges like, "You gonna talk or?" Look, we came here for a quest. They sent us to like
Fuck,
go
I was
get rid of
muted.
some. Oh.
I mute myself to sneeze and stuff. I keep forgetting to unmute me.
Like Jesus Christ, you just went completely quiet and just.
I was talking the whole time.
I was thinking, so like, whatever. Like they sent us a request to like go hunt like a vampire, and eventually we ended up finding something pretty serious under the graveyard. So we came here to talk with
We just really came here to report our findings and what happened with the things we sent to do by the Lord.
All right. Hey, Anesta, go check it out. All right. Don't get your beard in a twist, you grumpy old man. And she kind of starts walking in. All right, and go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
And after about 10 minutes of waiting, she comes back and just goes, "The Lord does say he did send out a group of adventurers. There was a tall man with a very long nose. Said it was a loxodon of sort.
So he's here actually?
Yes, he is. He arrived by carriage this morning back.
The last time I heard he's like left by carriage heading somewhere.
That, I believe, was yesterday.
Thought they were heading all the way back to a different city.
Not that we were informed. We just knew they had to go somewhere, and they needed the carriage.
Well, regardless,
Okay.
we're back.
We're back.
All right. Would you? Well, then, if you are back, would you like to be escorted in to see him now, or would you like your full party to be here?
Well, they're gonna be busy, so I think the 2 of us we can handle it. So
I think we can handle it. Maybe I should do the talking because you tend to be very nonchalant about things.
oh, is that so?
Listen, the moment you walked up here, you're like, well, you know.
Yes, he was like that, yeah.
Maddie, we sent these idiots up there. God
I know,
damn, they
right?
lost that money.
I know, right?
You said the most dysfunctional people.
Most dysfunctional people.
You try to get the party to stick together, and what do? Nah, I want to go shopping!
I mean, that's dumb.
No, I just want to use the items the DM gave me that he got angry about.
All right. And as you guys enter the gilded halls of Castle Whitestone once more, they take you back the way you were until you do meet the butler. He was like, "Ah, yes, I see you have arrived again. Would you please follow me?"
Thank you.
And as he walks you through the carpeted floors, they end up taking you back to the study where you originally found him. And he looks, Lord Percival, the adventurers, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes, adventurers are here to see you. Yes, send them in.
Vicky walks in first.
Oh.
Boomy walks in second, I guess.
As the guy goes to open the door and realize you guys just barged through. Oh.
I mean, he was opening the door, so she just walked in.
I assume
Yeah,
we
he
were
didn't get there in
announced
time.
Oh.
As you guys just open the doors and walk in.
Listen, I'm sorry. Oh, Vicky technically did that. Like, I'm sorry.
I honestly thought it was opening the door. You know, I'm just gonna roll with it. Go on.
Yep.
We've had a long day. We got buried on the ground. I'm sorry.
Quite.
As
he leads you. Oh, wrong music. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, it got suddenly eerie. What the
Yeah.
fuck happened to Rolo?
Hold on. Wrong music.
He's dead.
I had some sad music. Hold on. Or
He's a vampire.
not sad music. It was something different. Hold on. Sorry.
Fancy music.
No, that's not it. Oh, here it is.
In the jungle?
No. All right. And as you enter, you see him seems to be standing over a table looking at something on it as his white hair looks up, his wrinkly face looks at you behind glasses. Ah, yes, I see you've arrived.
Oh yeah, it was such a mess. Like there was this whole like skeleton army down there, and then we were dealing with this big ass abomination and stuff. Like it got pretty
Yes,
serious down
and
there.
you proceeded to blow up a gigantic hole in the ground.
Well,
That was-
I apologize. It just sort of happened.
We dearly do apologize for that. Vicky just like toes with her fingers. It's just like, but like it was a pretty huge army. I want to say there were at least like 100 of them in there. Like
It's over 100.
all those things were like planning to go attack the city along with like this big abomination of a creature.
Do you have any proof of these so-called abomination?
Look, I will.
I have a
swear-
letter. Vicky says as she pulls out
Yeah.
a letter out of her hand. Like she just pulls it out of her dress, just pulls it out. This is from like the vampire that you were trying to send us. It looks pretty serious.
Vampire? I asked you to look into undead. I
Yeah,
never said
Vicky.
anything about a vampire.
We ran
Found
into a
down
vampire.
there.
Let me
Well,
see
the thing, we
that.
ran into her in town. She attempted to mentally make me follow her into a secluded area, but luckily she failed. And then we ran to her again in the tunnels that led from the catacombs, but she wasn't actually there. She was like an illusion of her that was there.
May I
But
see
yeah,
the
we got the
letter,
letter.
please?
She she just presses it over to them.
You see he kind of grips it with his wrinkly hands and kind of reads it, and he just goes, Bolton, what the fuck's that?
Well, see, it was just... That's
That
the thing
was-
I'm thinking. It's...
Yes, and,
That was the abomination we had to deal with.
and
It-
as you see him get towards the end of the letter, you see his eyes kind of flash a little bit as he reads the name, and he's just like, huh. This will do.
Now, about our arrangement.
Yes, that is why. Yes, I've been in contact with the people that could help. They will be here, I said roughly by sunset today. Had to-
Who did you contact?
A friend of mine.
You mean you're not giving us soldiers from Whitestone that come aid?
No, I do not have a standing enough army to send away to not protect Whitestone. However, during my adventuring days, I made many a friend And there is someone that will be able to help and bring, I don't want to say an army, but enough of a force to potentially make a dent.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, Boomy is obviously disappointed.
Yes. You'll be looking for Carter Cloudspeaker. You'll know when they arrive. However,
Well,
yes.
Well,
thank you very much for at least this. And once again, we do apologize for the incident that did happen over there at the graveyard. But
Mm.
I wish we could actually bring you proof about the whole the skeletons, but since they're buried in the ground and like the big ass creature we had to fight. But that creature, it was something out. There was something really odd about it because once he was defeated, there was nothing left behind. Like it just vanished.
it
So
didn't just
there
vanish,
is some serious magic going on down there. Like even down there, there is like this area where magic is completely nullified, and
I'm aware of
I want
that.
to go check that out.
I know of that area very well. I'm just surprised you ran into it. It should not be out that far. We'll definitely have to look into that.
The tunnels from the catacombs we found, they had dug a tunnel that went straight through that null magic area and out the other side.
Hmm.
I should warn you, in that tunnel we found, we weren't able to see, but there was a massive, super tall shaft that we weren't able to climb that was going straight up. We have no idea where it led.
There are traps on there too, by the way. And we were walking for hours.
I'm sure my workers will find out what is lying down there. We will take precautions. I will send my best people. However, Kobold,
Yes.
would you please leave us for a
Okay.
second? I need to talk to this one over here. Points to you.
Oh, it's the one. I don't
Boomy.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky just Vicky just looks between Boomy and then Percival and then Boomy and then Percival. And she just shrugs like, okay.
Boomy just sort of. Boomy's definitely now nervous.
She just walks out, I guess.
Sort of twitchingly wringing her hands together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, if the kobold will stop tapping on the door, I will speak.
1 second. I walk the door and just pound my fist against it, try to scare her off.
All right. You seem to enjoy crafting weapons of death, it seems, yes?
I wouldn't say weapons of death, but yeah, I do like the tinker.
What is your reasoning for crafting these weapons?
I guess I just sort of always like tinkering around and stuff, but the first time I ever made it was, well, I'll take out the boom cannon I still have on my back.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I was it's a hard story, but I was basically a slave,
Mm-hmm.
and I slowly gathered like materials, and I just sort of made this. I don't know why, like it's just to try to help myself break out, but
Did you make it in revenge or as a tool for freedom?
a little bit of both, I think. I wanted revenge against the people who threw me in that pit, but I also wanted to try to fight for freedom.
I see.
And it was like the only way I could think to do it was just to make something.
You didn't perchance have a voice talk to you
N-
into making this.
No, I just thought when I first made it that we were using the black powder in the mines, and I saw what it could do, and I thought if I could direct it, I could get the launch stuff like it usually launches bits of rock around, and maybe I could use it as a weapon. I just made it. I didn't have any voice tell me how to make it.
Fair enough. You do seem to be telling the truth on that. The reason I ask is when I first started creating these, I was hell-bent on revenge for my family. My brothers, sisters, and parents were killed in this castle by a pair of vampires. Well, I should say a vampire and his wife. She was not a vampire, but she was a very powerful necromancer. And in that time, I was very low. There were plenty of times where I thought I could end myself. I could get rid of this. There would be no more Dorolos. But in the end, a voice came to me, and I started to build these weapons that seemed to be awkward yet destructive in their nature. And I learned how to use them. I learned how to craft them, how to make them better, how to destroy them and make them whole. But what I sought for that was revenge. All I wanted to do, all I strived for, was to kill the people who killed my family. And if it weren't for my... if it weren't for my adopted family of Vox Machina and my lovely wife now, I'm sure I would have followed down that path many times over.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I see a lot of myself in you that I once had. You're angry at a lot of things, yet you hide it behind bluster and jokes. But at the same time, you do have good intentions behind what you want to do. That is why I was working on something a long time ago, but I stopped trying to make it once I retired. However, does not mean that the project was given up on. And if you'll follow me over here, and he kind of gets off the desk and goes over towards another table with something being covered by it.
I walk over.
And he pulls off it, and you see... Hold on.
I swear, if you just give me bad news.
No, you don't get that, but you see what appears to be a well-crafted blunderbuss-looking gun. Delicate carvings are engraved on the metal with depictions of leaves and ivy branching out into the wood, like the actual metal's ingrained into the wood at certain parts. A large muzzle shines in the light with a ring of brass around the end. The wood is of a deep oaken color with strips of metal etched into the wood, giving off a branch-like quality. Kind of like I said earlier, but that's what you see before you. And he goes, for doing the job and giving me that note, I feel it is only right to potentially pass this on to the next line of heroes. I called this at the time Judgment.
I pick it up.
It feels lighter than your gun. However, it does feel just as powerful, if not more powerful, for some reason.
How big is it compared to the boom cannon?
It's a little bigger because it appears to have been made for a human. However,
the boom cannon is literally as tall as Boomy.
Mm-hmm. So actually, it's about the same size, roughly.
Like, yeah, the 5 foot, it has a 5 foot barrel on it.
Yeah, it's roughly, but it is very compared to it. It's a lot better crafted, but in terms of like actual like breaking, potentially for your class, it might. I still got to work on the statistics with that, but it seems to work. / look better.
know what to say.
Well, a thank you would be appreciated first.
Thank you. I'm not even sure if I should take this. I mean, this is yours.
It's a gift for clearing out a problem I had, and if you are to do good work in this world, which, if your friends are anything to indicate you by, I think you should be able to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I was hoping your... He kind of like leans back and you hear like cracking as he turns. He's like, oh, my back. I was hoping your unicorn friend would be here, but she's not, I see.
I can get it for a message.
It's more of an item I wanted to give her.
I can deliver it, I promise.
Alright. And he
I'll
kind of
see her
reaches on the table, and now that you look at it, you see a... Hold on a minute. You see a silver necklace with a giant pink pearl on the pendant. It appears to be simple in design, like kind of like woven silver, but it's the pearl that gives it a very nice indentation with it, or accent with it. This, I noticed she didn't wear armor or anything, but she did seem to strike me potentially as a magic user, yes?
Yes.
Well, this is a necklace of protection. Might help her in battle.
Well,
and such.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Percival.
You're welcome, and with all these gifts and the favor you have done me, I'm sure we'll work together in the future as well. However, I do believe I have a mess to clean up that you left. Kind of gives you a raised eyebrow.
So, that Carter Cloud Speaker, will he find us, or we have to find him?
You'll know when he arrives.
Well, we're staying at the, 1 second, I had it written down somewhere. We're staying at the Empty Powder Horn, if that's any indication where we could if he could find us there.
Again, you'll know when he arrives.
I'll deliver the messages. Thank you, and I'll curtsy.
Yes.
As best I can.
He kind of waves off like, don't worry about that. I'm too old for this political crap.
I like the political crap.
At my age, you learn to not care. All right, and he kind of like goes back to what he was looking at on the table.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to leave.
Vicky, were you listening to any of that, or are you just waiting patiently?
Vicky just finds a fucking chair to sit down and play by herself.
She plays with herself.
She's just why not? I mean, like, she played her dulcimer.
The butler is just watching, enamored, like, oh.
I know.
She's playing with her tail.
All
She's
right.
like half the
He
kobold.
finds out she's a girl.
Oh,
Just
God.
just idly
Okay.
plays her dulcimer.
Yeah, and as you've been waiting for a couple minutes, eventually you hear the doors unlock and Boomy walks out.
Vicky just immediately perks up and uses his magic hand to like hold her dulcimer in midair. She's like, "You got in trouble?"
I walk out holding a really fancy new gun.
And Vicky just tilts her head and is like, you put shine on your gun or something?"
No, he gave me one of his.
Vicky like steps closer, like tries to like grab it.
I hold it close to my body and kiss.
It's just like, oh my god, I'm careful, okay? Like,
Like, can you even hold it? It's literally bigger than you are.
It really is.
whatever.
It really is.
She pulls magic hand. I have 3 hands. She just put them out. She equips her. She pretty much like.
You can only see the hand.
Oh, nobody can see it.
No, it's invisible.
Listen,
Except to you.
Shit.
let's get back to the inn. I have a message and a message for the group and something to deliver to Sour.
No, what happened?
Maddie. The Sour unicorn.
Sour unicorn. I'm like, all right, just
Who
tell
is
me.
this Sour you speak of?
Tell me all right, tell me all the details we work out. And she's like,
Well, he told me about if someone has passed, and he asked me about mine. You know, how I came to start making weapons, and how he did it too. You know, I told you about my past, didn't I?
no, you haven't.
Look, I swear I told you about how I was a slave, you know?
Whoa, where'd that come from? Malo has told me like a little tidbits of gossip, but
Okay, I swear I told the group before.
Doesn't mean Vicky was paying attention.
Were you not paying attention?
I honestly don't remember Vicky hearing the story. I remember you talking with Malo about it in private, but Vicky wasn't there.
She said it to everyone like 3 times so far.
Oh.
I'll say it again. Slower. When I was thrown into the slave mine after having my eyes nearly burnt out.
Oh.
And I worked down there for years until I finally got enough stuff together to build my first gun. The boom cannon. And I staged a rebellion, and I was the only one who managed to make it out. Now, let's go down to the inn and wait for the others.
Yeah, totally. We should go figure that out.
If you want to hear more, I'll tell you over, I don't know, a beer or something. Bitch.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. Butler! just
He kind of appears out of nowhere. Yes.
Oh, you're so quick. Do you mind escorting us out, please?
Follow me, please.
Thank you.
He kind of starts walking out. All right. And okay, just for the sake of it, Kiatrin and Maddie, is there anything else you guys want to do, or do you guys all just want to meet up at the inn at this point?
I still wanted to look for a jeweler.
Actually,
yeah. Well, we were in the magic place.
Oh, the magic place.
We didn't really leave. We just kind of got the items done. So
yeah.
If I could ask him, does he have like jewelry of any kind?
All right. What kind are you looking for potentially?
Well, primarily like a necklace, something to easily fit around any sort of creature's neck. And do you possibly have something that's like a crystal ball?
Are you looking for potentially for magical items of such nature or components of such?
Components.
All right. AKA, explain to the DM what you need.
I need a crystal ball or a silver mirror.
Okay.
Katrin just sits there, just confused as to what they're talking about. Like, component.
All right, hold on a minute.
You'll need to teach me this stuff because I don't understand it.
Okay, so okay. I do have a silver mirror and I do have a crystal ball. What are you using it for? In spellcasting, aka using this. Are you wanting either a scrying orb or stuff like that we've been talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
I want it for scrying. I essentially just say I have a spell that I've been wanting to use, but I'm lacking a special focus for it.
Okay.
Katrin like pipes up and be like, "Please tell me it's not going to be something pop up out of nowhere and hope it doesn't kill everyone."
No, I'll explain later. I haven't used it at all, but I think I have a kind of basic idea what it will do.
Okay.
Oh god.
So they do have 1,000 gold crystal ball and 1,000 gold silver mirror, depending on what you need.
Okay.
I rolled really well on if they'd have it.
Okay. So I need to do a little math real quick.
Okay, I'm here to help. And as for the necklace, what are you looking for with that?
I think it's more or less the crystal.
Okay.
Maddie just counting up her coin. She looks at Keatron.
Yeah.
Can you spare a couple coin?
How much do you need?
I need like an extra 100.
Sure.
Okay, and she's gonna put
How much does it cost again?
1,000, but I just need an extra 100. She pulls out her 719 gold pieces and her 23 platinum pieces.
Okay. And I hand over 1,000 silver.
1,000 silver.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
do it.
That'll do it. And then just
Oh.
she hands it over to him like, silver. I would like the ball.
Yeah, Snow looks at like, oh great, I needed pocket change anyway.
Trust
Yes,
me, it's weighing down my pockets.
yes, and that will weigh down my store. But besides that, here's your ball, and he hands you, or they hand you, a rather spherical ball made almost completely of glass. It's the perfect glass you've ever seen, but it's like it doesn't feel hollow or anything. That it feels like it's solid all the way through. Whoever made this took a lot of care. I mean, there's not even like how glass is made and stuff like that. Usually you have to like pull drips off of it and stuff. There is no indentation of that at all. It's almost like a perfect sphere.
Looks so smooth, it's magical. I should punch it.
No! just protects the crest. Just hugs the ball like, I spent so much coin on this.
Yes.
I'm joking, I put my coin into it too.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
No, I think that's good, because I'm completely broken now. But I got what I wanted.
I have a question. I don't know if it's something that I'd need to ask here. But he'll pull out like his little piece of fabric. Is there any way you can repair this?
I mean, do you have the full garment it's from?
This is the full garment. The tie-dye fabric that was around my stuff.
Do they have a mending spell?
Don't know if it'll...
I mean, you could take it to a tailor to get it fixed. I don't have any magic for that potentially. I'm more of a, how you say, enchanter by nature.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll just put it away and head on out.
All right. Anything else you two want to do?
No, I'm headed back to the inn with my crystal ball.
I'll follow.
All right. And as you guys all end up meeting back at the inn, it takes the other group a little bit more, like about 10 minutes more before they get to the inn. You guys are kind of sitting there drinking some water and stuff as they come walking in. Yeah. No, Kiatrin and Maddie are sitting down, kind of deal first, because they didn't have to
Hey,
walk this
guys.
far.
Hello.
Oh,
I'll let
Maddie,
you go.
don't forget.
Huh?
Finally.
I'll hand
The
Maddie
relax-
the necklace I got from Percival.
Oh,
A gift from Lord Delolo.
oh, it's very pretty.
It's some kind of enchanted necklace that should help you, he said.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, well, Boomy here got a new rifle. I mean, a new gun.
That's a rifle.
Interesting.
Matt is
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
put the
take it out and
pearl
put it
on.
on the table.
Alright.
Maddie will slip the necklace on.
It's gonna take you some time to attune to both those items, but
And also I got information on aid for frick, what's the name of the town?
Westrun.
Some aid for Restaurant. Percival cannot spare any soldiers, but apparently he called in a favor with someone who can help us.
Okay.
A man
Well,
by the name of Carter Cloudspeaker. He should be coming by sundown, and he said we should know when he arrives.
that's fair enough. Well, if it's trusted by the Lord, then I assume it's good then. Alright. And When do we know when we're leaving, or should we just?
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure that your brothers wanted to do it at some
Okay.
point.
Gotta wait till tomorrow to see what's up. But I mean, we can do something today if there's any day
Kinda.
left.
It's about noon at this point, by the way.
Oh, only noon? Dang.
I
Yeah.
can totally go for some shopping. You know what I'm talking about.
I already went shopping.
Yeah,
He,
we
like,
already
pulls
went
out his-
shopping.
He pulls out the hilt of the sword. Figured out what this does.
Maddie pulls out her crystal ball.
Well, Percival did want us. Wait, did I see? Was I there when he said that, or was you said that when he was with when Boomy was with Percival?
What said what?
No, he did
What?
say that.
I don't even know what you said. You just
I
started
don't
speaking.
You start
because-
speaking gibberish, seriously.
Well, what I said is like, well, Percival did want to speak with you, Maddie, but I think
It was about the necklace, and
Yeah,
I delivered the necklace, and you were not in the room for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I just want to make sure if I wasn't the said that, but yeah, never mind. I did not say anything.
I kind of want to see if they have a gunsmith in town, or an artificer's shop.
So,
I mean,
Zorn,
being that there are so many weird trinkets and things like you're wielding, there probably is.
I want to see if there's like a guild. I'm curious if I can find someone. I learned this like new Gucci spell that I want to see if I can like mess around with. But
I mean,
first,
We
I need
can
to
always
figure it out.
go. We can always go see Vicky's brothers.
Yeah, they wanted to go talk with you.
I was already planning on that, but I need to make sure. I need to figure this out. You know what? They might actually know. They actually live here. I might go see
Possibly.
them actually.
Also,
The
Zorn.
uh.
Oh, sorry. You,
No, go ahead.
you didn't tell me what the word was to activate the sword.
No, you haven't attuned to it.
I thought she would have told me what it is. Or does it tell you when you were attuned to it?
You got to attune to it.
Okay.
Vicky just hops off the chair and she just gets up. She's just like, I'm gonna go hang out with my brothers. Does anyone want to tag along?
He like debates like, was today the day they were fighting, or was that tomorrow?
if I could butt in, I actually wanted to steal Boomy later.
I'm fine with that. I'm not doing anything really.
Okay,
All right, well, I'll just tag along with Vicky.
we're swapping partners.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a key party or something.
Yeah.
Vicky just snickers and she's like, this is gonna be fun.
We're swingers.
On my way over there, I'm gonna try and attune to the sword.
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright.
I guess me and Maddie are just sitting in the bar staring at each other.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause-
there is such a thing as downtime, guys. If you don't really have anything to do, you can always just take some time to relax, do quick shopping, stuff like that. You can just tell me. That is a part of a thing in D&D that you can do if you want, and you can do it for as many days as you want, or hours, or things like that. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Maddie doesn't want to do anything major in character, we can do that. But I assume she wanted me, so I assume she wanted to actually talk to me in character.
Yeah, it was a situation where I wanted to me up to my room.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to the room now.
Oh,
Shut up.
jeez.
Lol.
All right.
I get
So-
what you wanted after all.
Alright, so for reference, Zorn, so what I'm trying to do with Vicky is that I'm trying to see if I can find out if there is a teleportation circle on this city.
Ooh.
I want to see if I can.
Okay.
I want to see if I can like weave and talk around with people to see if I can sneak my way into one.
Roll me a general charisma.
All right.
I know she's good at that.
She's very good at it, but let's see how good she
Can I make
is.
an advantage as I'm big and bulky and no one wants to fuck with her?
That would be disadvantage because then they'd be
Bodyguard.
scared of you.
Okay.
Good. Charisma. Oh, general charisma, right? Where is it?
Big and bulky doesn't always work in your favor.
I know, I was just making a joke.
I'm
Lucky.
Actually, oh man, it's too late now. I
Nope.
could have used enhance ability.
Yeah, you didn't use enhance, and that only gave you an hour. So,
I mean, it still gives you a little buff.
all right. So you're doing
There we
lucky.
go. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I said lucky. So there you
Second-
go. It's my second lucky point for the day.
Yeah.
So just wanna-
You're weaving around, you're talking to him, and I mean, if there's any place, it's probably going to be up in the castle. There's not many places around here that potentially would have something like that. I mean, maybe some reclusive wizards if they're still around in this area, but those would be a lot harder to get into potentially. So if you're looking for like a potential travel point, maybe the castle. Just talking to shop vendors and things like that, and magically inclined people that might have heard it.
Ketrin just overhears everything. Like, what the fuck's a
Yeah.
teleportation circle? I get that right?
Yeah, that's what the spell is called, teleportation circles. I was right. So.
Yeah.
I know it.
So
Why do you
Vicky
need a
just-
circle?
Oh come on! Circles do exist in medieval times. Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm asking like, why do you need a circle? I can do that in darkness. Does it just allow you to do it whenever? Like what? I don't get it.
It's like a spell. Okay, so you remember when we were with Fat Gut? You know how you like open up a gateway and we teleported here? It's something similar to that.
So we run through a
Oh,
circle.
actually, do you remember when we were fought the dragon and they had like this portal on the floor?
Oh,
That's
wait,
what I
it's
can
gonna drop
use.
me from like fucking 700 feet in the air again.
No. So do you remember there was one there that was destroyed or whatever, and then we were like the one that we found in hell. That's another one. I can actually teleport there if we wanted to.
Has to be in the same plane.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
I guess.
I'm
Vicky's
talking
just-
about the time in Crackhammer when the guy put me through a teleportation circle and dropped me from 700 feet in the air.
that. I don't know how that worked, honestly.
Can this happen normally, or is that something that just
Far
happened?
as-
that opened
As
up?
far as I know, that's not how that works. You just teleport from one circle to another.
Okay.
Do look at your spell. There is a component cost for it that takes this
50
the
gold.
spell with it. It's 50 gold of chalks.
Yeah, 50 gold chalks. So I guess I need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's. So wait, you need the existing ones. You can't make your.
So for example, let's say we are on the outskirts, right? I can draw
Yeah.
a circle on the floor, and then we can teleport to any ones that I have encountered, or I know that they exist. So that's why I need to start like figuring out to see if I can find a couple of circles around cities, and we can fast travel like that.
Oh, well, that makes things very easy.
By the
So
way,
instead of
with that charisma, as you're talking around, you come across an interesting vendor. They're selling what looks to be green glass.
Do I recognize this glass?
Nope.
green glass.
Damn
Mhm.
it. Stone cutting wouldn't work here
No.
because it's like sand. I don't
Mm.
know.
This
That's
is
a very
But with that charisma check and you're asking about magic stuff, this vendor was kind of pointed out to you.
oh.
That's good.
So what's so special about this green glass thing? I don't get it.
As you kind of approach the woman, saying, "Oh, you see, Whitestone's very popular in selling what's there's a special material here called Whitestone that if you put an alchemical reaction to it, she's kind of a smaller woman with like mousy brown hair, spectacles." Appears to be later in the years, but seems to still have a little bit of a pep in her step, a little bit, not too much. Little heavier side, nice robes and everything. However, this is what's known as residuum.
It was, but
Residual.
I don't get it.
It's a special product we make here that, how you say, can help the enchantment process of items, or maybe even replace spell components needed. for
Oh.
certain items.
I remember, what's her name? Maddie was talking about components earlier.
I mean, granted, I do need talking about the teleportation circle again. I do need chalk, and then I mean using it is expensive away and whatever. So, can you tell me more about this?
Yes, if you need to say use all right, out of character because it's easier for me to explain it. Whitestone has something special about it where it has a thing called residuum that they can make, and after a time of working there, they learned that this white stone can be made into this green glass-like material, which can replace spell components. 1 pound of pure residuum is worth approximately 500 gold in most tal'dorei markets, aka 500 gold's worth of spell components costs.
So it's kind of like
So it can be used for, like, say, revivify. It could be used for your chalk stuff, like just as a different medium.
You're making me think of like fucking the philosopher's stone kind of shit here.
Almost.
Oh,
Almost.
The philosopher, well, not exactly stone, but just philosopher residue. But yeah, it's kind of badass.
That's kind of what it is, and this is not something I made. This is something that is actually in the tal'dorei guidebook.
I mean, Vicky just like taps her lips and just like, that is extremely useful. See how much money I have. She starts looking through her, rummages through her bag for a little bit. She's like,
how much would this cost exactly? How she looks so tough.
Well, for 1 pound, it's about 500 gold. It's very expensive and very hard to make. However, if you were to use this item in, say, an enchanting circumstance, like, say, trying to make something enchantment, the time required would be reduced significantly, aka 75%.
You could have gotten your amazing card done real quick.
I know, right? Like, that shop was so ghetto. Like,
Not really.
swear.
Oh,
Jesus.
there is a shopkeeper who just heard that.
You need to stop laughing, Vicky. Jesus. What are you even laughing about? It's not funny.
It's just Zorn's reaction. It's coming out of character.
Oh, sorry about my friend here. She's a giggle bitch.
It's just like, oh, excuse me?
You're a giggle bitch. You laugh a lot.
Whatever. Just because I'm happy in you now, you don't have to rub it. I would like to buy 2 pounds of it, actually.
Okay, that would be 1,000 gold.
You know what? This will be worth it because there's a couple other things. I do hope it works like you say it. Do you have any examples how to use it or whatever?
I just know how to make it and sell it. So it's just. Ooh, excuse me. That's oh god, tacos. Thank you. Sorry, a little irpy. It seems to work as a replacement for spelled components, or so we've been told by numerous archmages and such over the land. It's very popular in Iman for, how you say, crafting materials and items.
Vicky just taps her lips, just like, do you think I can buy a tiny bit just to see how it works?
I mean, I can sell you.
Like, essentially, what Vicky wants to do is she wants to know if she's not being like bamboozled, I guess. So she wants to use that same material to see if she can get that dancing lights and use it as a component, just for like story's sake.
Okay,
Can I make an insight check?
Well, hold on, Cask. What they're saying is, if this like, say, revivify. If you need a 300 diamond, this replaces that. It's not gonna work with dancing lights.
I know. For example, the price of components, right?
No, Cass. This is the replacement for, like, say, revivify.
Expensive
It's a universal component expense, right?
Right, but this is something that if it costs gold, this is a replacement for that cost of gold.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna roll.
And you use your focus anyway for that, so
Yes, but I was trying to see for story's sake, just because she's.
You could make a focus out of this, technically, yes, but the way it would take time for you to do that. However, I mean, again, what she's selling is basically pure energy that can be used for spells. Basically, is what it is, and it's like you don't have to carry like a 500 gold diamond on you. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's just 2 pounds of it. But
It just
No, I-
1 pound of like just this green non-suspecting glass, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it looks like trash.
but
Can I make an insight check to see if it looks legitimate with what she's saying?
Sure.
because it's just I'm not seeing proof of it. Like she's selling like this miracle item. It can be far as Vicky knows, be freaking snake oil. But yeah,
She doesn't seem to be lying, Kietran.
she wants to do an Arcana check, I guess. But
By the
Just
looks
gonna-
of things, it seems to work.
I'm
Would I
gonna-
have heard of Whitestone back at my place with stone cutting and all that?
Nope.
Would I have heard of this before?
Nope.
I'm just
No.
gonna head and drop 500 gold. So she
Okay.
gives me a one of those crystals, I guess.
You get a pound of pure residuum.
And then she's gonna like do an Arcana check. Can I do that?
Do you have detect magic?
No.
Then okay, you can check with Arcana, but it's gonna be a higher DC.
Okay.
As you kind of feel around it, there is definitely something magical pulsing in this stuff. And the fact that you're feeling it with that little material is proof in itself.
Okay. That's enough, honey. That's all the verification Vicky goes ahead. Now with that being said, Vicky's just like, Alright. I'll give this a try. I'll buy you 2 pounds. So she already bought 1, she drops another 500. So she's paying a total of
Okay.
1,000 gold for this.
So to mark down, you have 1,000 gold, replacement spell components with that, basically. So you have 2 pounds of
Yes.
residuum. Okay.
I'm just gonna put that down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
Thank you for your business.
is there any I guess I take a quick glance around the shop real quick to see if I find anything else interesting.
It's more of a stall that appears to be out
Oh, never mind then.
in the square.
Okay then. Well, with that being said, well, is there anything else you're interested in, Ketrin? Or you want to go ahead and see my brothers?
I'm honestly quite curious. Do you have any of the unrefined stuff that you have here?
Yes, I do have.
Whitestone in particular?
Hold on a minute. Let me take a look. Did I grab my dice? Yes, I do. She pulls out a chunk of what appears to be a white stone.
And this apparently has magical properties. Do you mind if I
Well,
purchase this so I can study it?
I mean, you have to distill it down using a variety of acidic techniques and alchemical ways to produce the green rock, the green glass-like structure.
Understood. My family used to deal with gems and diamonds and rocks and such, and I'm rather good with this, and I've never heard of this stuff before, so I'm just kind of curious.
All right. I mean, it's not necessarily as expensive to do it this way, but I will trade you this for 100 gold.
100 gold?
Yes.
Sure. We'll drop 10 platinum.
Okay. She hands it. You have a bag of unrefined residuum.
Bag of how much? How many pounds or whatever?
I'll say 5 pounds.
Unrefined. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
That should be it that I know of. Do you want anything else?
No, not really. Honestly, I'm still debating about the looking around a teleportation circle. It's my only best bet. I want to see if I can weasel my way into one, but I need to meet some people. I think my best chance is trying to go speak with Percival again, but I already spoke with them today, so it's kind of like,
Mm, maybe you can ask if you can. You said you can make them, right?
Not exactly. If I
Oh.
really want to make like a permanent one, I have to like cast the same spell on the same spot for a whole year.
Oh well. Fair
That's
enough.
like I can make it. I
Hmm.
can just make a quick one just to get out of a place or just teleport to a next area, but not like a permanent one.
But you
Fair
need to know
enough.
where you're going with that, so you need to find a.
All right. Well, in that case, we might need to, or I don't know. I'm following you. I don't really have anything else to do today.
Oh. She like looks at the she looks up at the sky. It's probably like around 2 or 3, isn't it?
As you guys have been talking and kind of just moseying your way through most of the day, it's actually getting closer to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and it's getting somewhat
Alright.
towards dusky at this point.
I want to see if I can go talk with Percival tomorrow. It's probably my best chance. But for today, I'm gonna hang out with my brothers.
All right.
All right, but before we do that, Boomy and Maddie, what you guys doing?
Well, apparently we're going into her room, but before we do
Yes.
that, I want to stop by my room and grab some stuff first.
Okay. And when she gets into her room, she will sit down on the carpet and she's gonna put the crystal ball in her lap.
I'll come back in and sit down with my own little stack of papers and start looking over them.
Mm-hmm.
I
What you
wanted to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is still a touchy subject, which I can only assume it still is, but I wanted to talk about you know who.
No, I don't know who. There's plenty of people.
Thymore.
Okay.
I went out to the market and I spent all my gold and my platinum for this, and she puts her hands on the crystal ball.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, but
Because I have a spell. I don't know entirely how this will work, but it should allow me to spy on someone I know.
I see.
And I was thinking, if I can get this to work, I could keep an eye on what Thymore is doing.
I see. Does it work?
I don't know. I just got the crystal ball and I just wanted to talk to you and see if you think this would be a good idea.
It would be a great idea. Question.
Hmm?
Does it have to be someone you know? What if someone I know?
I don't exactly know. All I know is that it'll let me spy on someone, but I don't know if it has to be someone I know personally or just someone I can remember.
Oh, I see. So you have to have them in your mind for it to work?
I guess so. But I've never tried it before, so I went out and got a crystal ball and I wanted to try it.
Let's try it then. I want to know what the bastard's up to.
I do too, and if it does work, then I can always know where he is. Or at least what he's doing.
Let's see then.
Okay, Maddie is going to attempt to take the 10 minutes to cast Scrying.
All right. I'm reading this for the first time, so hold on a minute.
There you go.
Yep. How well you know the target. Okay. So, you've met the target.
Mm-hmm.
Boomy's been talking about him a lot, and you've kind of got a general idea of meeting him.
Plus
So,
the vampire
okay.
just dropped a whole bunch of information about him.
Yeah.
You don't have anything of his, so so that's gonna do that. All right, so I got it. All right, not a problem. I just had to roll it. All right, let's see what he rolls. All right. I believe a 23 will beat it.
23.
Yeah, what's your spell save DC?
18.
Okay, well, that's what he rolled. He has a -5. Yeah, he fails. Oh, because of that -5. All right. So, Boomy, on the outside, what you see is Maddie's eyes kind of roll back into her head as she starts casting this spell. She's kind of looking into this crystal ball. And, Maddie, as you are looking into the ball, you start concentrating on Thymor and what you know about him and just what Boomy's talked about him and just all this and that. And eventually you open your eyes and you see him standing before you, but you're not in where you were a second ago. You are currently in the middle of a red area. It's hard to tell. You're focused on him, but you can kind of make out what's going on around, per se. You see movement, but you can't tell exactly what it is. But he is definitely yelling at people to do this, to do that. You see him raising his dragon-like flail as you hear, all right, move that over there. You move this over here. And, oh, for the love of God, would you...
I want to punch his face.
You can't hear this, Boomy.
I can't see it either.
No, this only Maddie can see this, being the one that cast it.
I thought the crystal ball was like a thing that she's looking through.
It's a focus that she can see into. But she can tell you what's going on. She's not like completely blinded by this, so she can be explaining.
Yeah, she is reciting everything she as.
All right, would you
see
move
where he's
that?
at? Is it?
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you see where he's at? Is it West Run?
I'm looking around.
Give
Does
me
it look like a
check.
city? Okay. 17.
As you look around, it seems to be a lot flatter than a city, but you do see, as you kind of strain your eyes away from him, because he's the focus of your spell, not anything else is the problem.
Yeah.
As you strain your eyes away, you can see broken bits of building and stuff like that, but like boards, windows, shattered remains of roofing tiles. As you hear him just say, now move the trebuchet over there, and would you move the catapult over there? We have a war coming, folks, and I tell you what, they are going to come, but we do have the advantage. We really do. Well, they have a poultry force on their side. We have a god, and we make enough of a ruckus, she might appear as herself. But don't worry. Murder just came back from killing his family finally. That was quite a bit of stroke of luck. Wouldn't you agree, Murder? And you see a gray shape off to the side, just kind of... You just hear a...
And Maddie is trying to do her best to, like, repeat exactly what he's saying to her the best she can to Boomy.
Yes. However, it does seem to appear that the armies outside are growing massive. However, we still have our secret weapon. And Maddie, in the back, you hear just something go, just roaring and screaming, and you hear the clang of chains. But as you try to turn your head away, you can't. Your focus is on Thymor only. Oh. I'm so glad we captured him. Could you imagine how hard this would be if we didn't? And with that, Maddie, you suddenly feel your vision going black, and you blink your eyes, and you're back in the room.
I think that was the city. And he's there.
I hope we can get back there in time.
I don't think so, but he's got something large. Something chained up. And apparently he has a god on his side.
Well, he has that. He has the tyrant dragon.
But we know where he is. We know what he's doing. He's setting up trebuchets, catapults.
They're preparing for a siege.
They're preparing for war.
If they're in Westrun, that means they're under siege by the other armies. I mean, they're preparing to fight their way out.
Probably. But at least it worked.
Yeah.
We know where he is. We know what he's doing. But I didn't get a good look at what his secret weapon does in quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure with the secret weapon, let's say it's big, dangerous, and mean.
It's big, dangerous, it's snarling, and it's got chains on it. I just couldn't get a good look at it, because I couldn't turn around.
There's nothing else we can do about it right now, other than tell the others what we learned.
I will definitely tell them what I saw.
Can you do that again?
Again?
I want you to see if you can see someone specific. I'm not sure if you can do it, but I want you to try for me, if you could.
At this moment, doing it for the first time, my head is, like, pounding. I think I won't be able to do it instantly all over again unless I wanted to have my brain explode.
Actually, you're fine, Maddie. This doesn't hurt you.
No, I'm just saying for flavor that this is the first time she's ever casted the spell. She's never done this before, so it's like, my head feels.
It shouldn't be as bad as looking for Thymor, though. I have to tell you who I want you to look for.
Sure.
I want you to look for a woman for me.
Woman.
Her name is Sinafe.
I don't think I know her. The only thing I could do is maybe once everyone comes back and I tell them, maybe later tonight.
Please, I don't want them. I'd rather just you see if you can see her or not. I don't want to bring up the rest of the group. She's a goblin like me. Okay, it's my mother, please.
It's your mother. Oh, she's thinking.
I don't even know if she's still alive or not. I just want to know.
I'll see if I can try. I don't think I've met her.
I can describe her to you if that helps.
Do you have anything of hers?
Do I count?
I guess. I don't know. God?
For spell's sake, no.
Does my blood count? Is half hers?
I mean, at the end, we all have blood. That works.
Yeah.
No.
She's my mistress. I belong to her. Doesn't it count?
No.
Bitch, that's my mom you're talking about.
No, but it's more or less like, I could try. It's not too much to go off of if you could describe her.
I'll do my best. I mean, I'll try to describe it to her. She doesn't really. She's about this tall. She's not as tall as me. She has ears just like mine. Her eyes are more of an orange yellow than purple.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair was this brown, straight brown. And she had a darker shade of green than my skin.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in so long, honestly. It's kind of hard to remember all the details.
It'll be interesting if I manage to get something, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say I can only hope that it does, but don't be surprised if it doesn't.
I understand.
And she's going to take another 10 minutes. I'm going to use my last 5th level slot, and I'm going to cast it again.
All right.
It's gonna do it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yep.
close to the end of the day, but all right. Oh, that's poetic.
What?
As you concentrate on the spell, you're like, I don't know this person. It's never going to work. And you kind of close your eyes a little bit for a quick second. And when you open them, you're in darkness. You don't know where you are. You don't know what's going on. But you hear the gentle sound of breathing. But it sounds different, more ragged. As you look around, it's hard to see. You can't really see into it, but as you peer into the darkness, you look and you see someone chained up on a wall.
It's Boomy.
What?
I think it worked.
Is she alive?
I don't know. It's dark. But I think she's chained to a wall. I think she is breathing. I hear breathing.
Do you see any sort of anything?
Looking around, do I see anything other than her, the wall, and the chains?
Give me a perception check. Because again, your focus is not on that. It's on
17.
Wow, okay. You and your
What do-
17s.
Do I my eyes?
You're kind of peeking around, and as you try to focus away from where you are, I mean, you see a rat scurry by. You see a bunch of bones and stuff on the ground of probably previous victims or something like that. But as you're looking through, it looks like a cell to you. You can't make anything out, especially because it's really, really dark here. It's hard to tell.
It looks like a cellar. There's poor bones everywhere of past victims. Rats. Does she look in horrible condition, I'm guessing?
She has definitely been beat up. She
Okay.
has definitely been not as well nourished as others, but she's not to the point where she's become
Starved.
She's not eating well, I will tell you that. You can definitely
Okay.
tell. Her hair is all greasy and messy, and it's just hanging over her face right now. You can't really see the features in the darkness.
She's alive. She's chained. And she looks like they haven't been feeding her much. And she looks like she hasn't had a bath in years. Beaten, bloody. I don't know how long they've kept her like this, or if she's going to survive at all.
Don't tell me that.
I don't know. She's still hanging on, but I don't know where she is. It's in a cellar, somewhere dark, damp, full of bones.
Enough.
And
Enough.
with
Okay.
that, your 10 minutes are up as you feel your mind going blank once more, and as you blink, you're back in the room.
Boomy, you probably see Boomy. She has like a 1,000-yard stare, and she's starting to cry.
I rolled a fucking 17.
You rolled a 17! Oh my god! What more? You would have bet it!
This is so sad, and is that triple 17?
I rolled a total of a 17 for her save, which is very poetic.
3 17s, though.
No, one second. I gotta get back into character. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make yourself all fake tears.
It's just out of nowhere.
Sorry, I had a lot of food. My bad.
Yeah, this emotional moment has got completely killed by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Maddie just looks at
Yeah,
Boomies.
Boomy crying.
Yeah, Maddie just gently puts the crystal ball on her bed, and then she just takes Boomy into her arms. I'm sorry, but we found her.
I'm just happy she's alive.
I just wish I knew where she was. But we have stuff to tell the party now.
Thank you.
I'm
Trying.
I'm sorry I went too descriptive with your mother, but I felt like you needed to
I'm going to
know.
find Simon and beat the information of where she is out of here.
Trust me, I think all of us want to beat him senseless and get some information out of him. He's done something to everyone.
You said
I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Hmm?
I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Don't be sick on me, please. You can cry on me, just don't barf on me.
I thought she died. I didn't even think she was still alive. I just wanted to know. Now I know.
Now you know, but we just need to know where she is.
Can I ask you something?
What?
If you could, every once in a while, when you have like the spare magic left in a day, if you can see her again, maybe get more information.
I would have to try tomorrow.
Not just give it a day or two. Just whenever you can. Just whenever you can.
Whenever I get the chance, I'll definitely try and see if I can get more out of it. Who knows? Maybe her placement would change and make it easier, or it would be lit because it was completely dark.
Thank you.
No problem. Emotions.
And scene.
And scene.
All right.
And it's 11 p.m.
Right, you guys gonna be hanging out there for a little bit?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll tell you if I want to do some shopping. I'll tell you off stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the other two doing? You guys doing anything specifically, or?
I'm just hanging out with
I mean, I wanna
Vicky.
go
She wanted to
see
go
the-
to her brother's.
I wanna see
Okay.
the-
Well, it is getting to be about that time, and as you guys and lady, as you guys are kind of gearing down for the day, you're gonna go hang out with your brothers, and you're starting to walk that way. Katrin's kind of following nonchalantly. You guys suddenly hear a whine.
A wine? Oh.
More of a hum.
No, it's kind
Okay,
of like
who
a
let the
dull...
phone vibrate?
No, that was my voice. It's a whine, but it's a deep whine, like something signaling. And you see a lot of people start looking up towards the sky.
Yeah. Make a perception check if I can. Find out what the fuck's going on.
All right, go ahead.
See if I know what's going on. I'm going to make a perception check. Ha, 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 ha. That's 19.
Katrin, as you're like, all right, what is going on now? You kind of lazily look up, and you look towards the sky. There's a boat.
Excuse me, what?
He like rubs his eyes for a moment. Vicky,
wrong?
I'm not crazy, am I?
What are you talking about? Vicky looks
Look up.
I look up.
Right there. Right. Does that look like the boat that I had seen when we were going through the Frost Giant Mountains?
I think I'm the only one who saw it.
No, I saw it.
You
I
guys
remember seeing
pointed out. That was far away, but as you get closer, this thing is bearing down on the city as it's coming in. It is large. Oh, sorry. It is large and it is bearing down on the city, and as it's getting closer, you can hear that the noise is more like a
Is Barbie being sieged?
No one
I-
seems to be
Yeah, no one
like
seems to be
running
in threat.
away. They all seem to be looking up and like. Give me with that perception check, Keitra. You look around. People are excited.
Okay, well, this is good. Do you want to go back to your brothers, or should we investigate? Or
I
should...
mean, at this point, this is like so much gooch. What is this going on?
And as you
please
guys are
don't say
sitting
that,
there,
though.
you see it come low down towards the city. You see its giant, almost paper-like wings extended out to the sides as giant crystals hover below it and above, like they're attached via like circular proportions, you know, in it kind of deal. Almost
Yeah.
looks like a fish, almost. And as it flies over, you hear the drone of something just going across. And it looks like a giant cargo ship that has literally been lifted out of the water and put in the air. And as you're looking closer, there's a giant crystal on the back of it as it glides past you guys and heads towards the castle.
Do us in the inn hear this?
Oh yeah, by this point you guys suddenly hear a lot of crowds gathering, a lot of tables shuffling, and then you hear a
We probably just open the window and both peek our heads out.
Yes, confusion.
and you see what I described.
Oh,
Well,
could that be in water?
I'm going to assume that's what Percival meant, that we would know when Carter Cloud Speaker was arriving. 'Cause that seems very arrivalish.
Rivalish.
Arrivalish. But I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. Why the fuck is that ship in the air?
It's Skyboat.
Skyboat.
And
Aren't
as
boats supposed to be for water?
And as it flies over you guys, it's heading towards the castle.
I'm gonna make my way over to the castle to find out what the fuck's going on.
Wipe the
That
tears
makes-
off my
that-
eyes and say, I
that
think
makes
we
me-
in the castle.
Because that makes me
I
wonder.
guess so.
I mean, Percival was talking to us about somebody with the name of Cotton Cloud Speaker. We wouldn't know when he arrived. But he told us he was gonna arrive tomorrow, not today.
Oh, well,
Actually, I told you by sunset.
Oh, by sunset. Actually, yeah, you're right. By sunset.
And it's getting to be that time around
So
here.
yeah, so Vicky's like, yeah, by sunset. So she's like,
just out of curiosity, I've been in Marquette. Would I have seen one of these boats before?
Make me a history check.
Because I actually had to go across the water, obviously by normal
But you
ship.
came by ship.
but- Yeah, I know, but like I probably would have seen something like this. Marquette's like a fucking huge, like a trade town.
Mm.
Just normal. Natural 2.
2. You have never seen anything like this, and you're like, what? And speaking of which, you and Vicky start booking your way following it to the point where as you guys get past your tavern, Boomy and Maddie are just popping out of it, getting dressed and kind of getting their gear together as they head out.
Yeah,
Conveniently reuniting the party.
I just see
Yeah.
Boomy comes outdoors, trying to jumping on one foot while putting a boot on.
Yeah,
Of
Maddie
course.
turns immediately into a unicorn. It starts following.
Maddie's got
Well,
toast.
I
Hey,
don't
snap
carry
the
my
Laura following.
dragons.
Obviously.
What?
The dragons are following, but Maddie's got a piece of toast in her mouth ready to go.
Yeah, I'm a fucking unicorn with toast in my mouth and a fucking Japanese schoolgirl skirt.
I just said toast. I wasn't going full Japanese, but okay.
Hey, I wanted to add a little bit to that.
Fair enough. All
She's
right.
got a fucking skirt. Where she got the skirt, no one knows.
All right.
Oh my
And
God.
as you guys head towards the castle, you can see that it's starting to lower down above the trees, but right near the cliffside of the castle. And you can see, especially you and Kietrin, or Maddie. Wow, English! I know it's getting tired, but come on, Zorn, you can do this. Maddie
Can
and
you speak it?
Yes. Maddie and Kietrin, as you guys watch, you see a scurrying of flirring activity on top as people are throwing lines over, people on the ground are grabbing it, tying it down to trees along that area. Some are even tying it to the castle wall. You see that the crystals are starting to dim a little bit, and as you guys get closer, you see that Lord Percival is actually out there greeting a man. And as you look, you see a pale man. He's rather tall. He's taller than Lord Percival. He stands about 7 feet tall with just a pale white body. The only thing different about it is his lithe figure has jagged lines of blue going down, almost like tattoos, but it doesn't look like his skin is puffing out with tattoos. His clothes are, I can only describe it as Aladdin's kind of clothes, except it's a red vest with dark brown poofy pants. He's got no hair, and as he turns and looks at you guys, you see that he has no eyebrows at all. And he is just standing there and looking like,
Ah! These must be the adventurers I heard about.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you must be.
He's just kind of looking at the ship, then looking at him, looking at the ship.
You must be Kata Cloud Speaker.
Ah, I see my name has perceived me before. Yes, I am Cloud Speaker. How? Well, I know how I may help you. You need a little bit of muscle and might, I hear, and a chance for a little bit of a scrap, so I understand.
I have
Yes.
no idea who you are.
Well, most people don't know me. I'm from the area around Vasselheim, per se, and generally like to keep to the skies for trading and such, but throw me in a good scrap and you'll see what I can do.
Can you take on an entire devil army?
Ooh, that'll be a first, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Have you heard of what's happening with the city of Westron?
I have not, but I'm sure Lord Percival can fill me in. He just said he needed me here. It's rather urgent business, as he did help save me from a, rock attack a long time ago. That was my wife, you need to understand. Oh, I'm sorry, I know, but still, you're part of the she's part of you, you're part of her. It all makes sense to me.
and this guy,
You fought a rock?
Oh my god.
this
It
guy,
makes,
Like, Ketron is bewildered by that.
Right.
Like,
this guy gives off like energy like you wouldn't believe. It's almost electric, it seems. Like he has just like the biggest smile on his face. He's just being jovial and just happy.
Is he happier than Gaston?
He's
no one's
close to
happier than Gaston.
He's close to Gaston. He's close to Gaston's level, except he's not annoying about it. He just seems a jovial person by nature.
Does he eat 4 dozen eggs every morning?
With his build, probably.
No, I eat about 5 dozen, thank you very much.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Vicky just glares at Ketron. He just like pokes him in the knee. It's just like, you remember those hills? You remember that rock, right? After
Yeah, I
fighting the
remember.
dragon.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He fought a rock?
Yes, he did. Him and his wife definitely helped. She has very persuasive ways with animals, and she was able to stall it long enough that we could line up our special items we have in store.
And Boomy,
Okay. Oh god.
as I'm sure you haven't been looking that hard at him per se, right? You're
I've
more
been
looking at the ship.
Giant ass ship.
Good, because as you look, you notice something interesting about it. There are round barrels sticking out of the side of each side. About 8 of them.
Are those guns?
Better. They're cannons. And with that, we are going to end the session.
Okay, I was wondering when it was gonna end. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zorn! You're killing me.
Yes.
That's
Good.
pretty
You
great.
said you wanted story. I'm giving you story.
No,
I'm glad I prepared that this morning.
I was half expecting the spell to fail because I assumed she was dead, but then
I-
suddenly, oh god!
I
Now,
got-
why would I throw away a perfectly good heart sink
of your mother living but in chains.
This wasn't the situation where I thought it was gonna fail with Thymor, but I succeeded both times for my first 2 attempts on that spell.
I won't
I'm
lie.
keeping this.
The whole like minus and plus and all that just confused me when I tried to figure out, well, is it
That's
plussing
why
to their save or is it plussing to
Okay.
your?
The plus is if you've only heard of the target. So she had a +5. I rolled really
Why does that make
crappy, and because she's a commoner, she's got a +0. So I rolled a 12 with a +5, gave me 17. Maddie's save is an 18. Thymor,
Oh, that adds
Roll-
on to, okay. Okay.
yeah,
It adds on
Thymor,
to-
she knows pretty well, and Boomy's talked about him enough that she could get a general idea. He had a -5. So he failed by 1 as well,
Okay.
which is stupid because he's got a +10.
Fuck you, Thymor! I know the shit you're pulling now.
Yeah. Well, now you
Okay,
always have a
Colin.
-5 because you're very familiar with him now.
Yeah, so which means if I wanted to look up on him again,
He's
There's
got
a
a
possibility.
-5. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
no.
there you go. That. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting ready to, because you said that you'd explain it to Ketrin later. So Ketrin was gonna ask you to like scry on his family, and then that just derailed so quickly. Like, all right, I don't care. Then you do
Yeah.
it with him. Like, damn it.
Well, I mean, that's the way D&D goes. I mean, she's still got spell slots, but we have to see. And you get to meet Carter, Cloud Speaker.
it was also that
Yeah.
situation where she felt because Thymor is a threat and Boomy knows him and we know primarily his information more from Boomy, she
Yeah.
felt like doing Boomy's first was more important to the detriment of the entire continent. To see
Well,
what he's
obviously.
doing.
And Ketrin hadn't mentioned
And
it,
he
so there's no reason
fucking
you would have known.
failed. I'm so pissed.
Well, we
And I
know that he has a
understand.
secret weapon, and he has the possibility of a god on his side, so we can prepare quite a bit.
Yes, you can. That's scrying. If you don't pick it up, folks, you're an idiot. I'm just kidding. You're lovely folks. But scrying definitely
unless your
helps.
DM has banned it.
I don't ban anything, okay? Except
I mean, sometimes it's a good idea to ban stuff.
yeah, sometimes, but
Vicky,
it's
Vicky.
a spell, so I'm not gonna.
Vicky, you know what you should do?
What?
You should save up money and pay someone to put a teleportation circle on one of these fucking flying ships.
Actually, I've heard of people. I've heard on some Dungeons and Dragons or some like campaigns where they have a wagon and they put the teleportation circle in the wagon and they just carry it around.
It's a bigger wagon, but you could do that. You just
But
need to
I've
cast
seen-
it every year, every day for a
Yeah,
year.
I see people. I've seen like other people's campaigns and stories
Or-
that they've done some stupid shit like that, and it's just like
Or
that sounds broken but fun.
right,
Or a
or
carpet. You have a
just-
carpet. What's up, Con?
you just got something new that decreases things like that by 75%.
Yeah.
You can get that in, what, 2 months, I think, or a month?
I still have to pay a
3.
good some amount
3.
of money for that.
3 months? Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. 75%.
Yeah,
It's-
so
3
you
months
need
is still fucking amazing.
I could do it in 3 months, and it costs me every time I cast it. I was thinking about it when you said that, but I wasn't sure if you're actually gonna let me get away with it. So I'm surprised you just were like, "Yeah, you can do that." So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you could do that. That's the thing about residuum is there's a reason behind what it's made from, and I know the lore there. It's just it would take me some time to explain it, but that's in game, so I'm not going to explain it now. But there's a reason that it does that, and this is not something I made up. This is something Taliesin Jaffe and Matthew Mercer made up when they made Percy and Whitestone. So
It is still gonna be really fucking expensive because I
yes,
have to cast it every day, and that's 30 gold every day.
50
No,
gold.
50 gold. So 50 times 3 months.
So say
like-
90 days.
Fine. 50 times 90. That's gonna be like a total of. Actually, not that expensive. It
How
will
much?
be 4,500 gold.
You could do
Oh,
that.
it's not that bad.
But it has to be that specific material, though. It has gonna have to be that thing
Yeah.
over and over and over every day for 3 months.
Yeah, but hey, that's that. But anyway, speaking of that's that, Sour, the scrying pony that needs to be stopped because you are too powerful now as a druid, where can they find you?
Yes, I can now discover all of your DMing. Canonly, I can discover your DMing secrets.
Canonly, yes.
Canonly. You can find me at For Affinity at Edgar. For Affinity.net. It's not safe for work.
Gotcha.
I'm eating. Leave me alone.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, it is getting to be that time to eat, but Burnt, aka Kietrin, the tall, muscular elephant with the wanting to climb up large tunnels and then falling to his doom. Where can they find you?
Not falling to my doom. I'm also at Twitter. BurnSonic, obviously, hashtag that. There's also Twitch. I'm over at Goose's channel at Goose060, and I'm also I forgot to link this today. God damn it. That and on my own Twitch channel at BurnSonic.
Gotcha.
I don't think I got anything else. FA as well, but NSFW heads up.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Cask, my friend. The ever popular Vicky with her scheming ways and lucky dice rolls. Where can we find you?
Mexico, obviously. You can find me on For Affinity through the hashtag name Aragon15, or you can find me in Twitter and Newgrounds under the name Cask. All sites have Nasty for Work stuff in it, so keep in mind.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fen, the now toting a brand new boomstick, Boomy, where can we find you?
You can still find me hiding away on YouTube. I still need to take care of my channel.
Fair enough. And you can... Sorry.
Go on.
I thought you were done. My bad.
No, I'm done.
Okay. You're still afraid of Kappa?
I'm for the Kappa, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, you can find me here at Zorn, Zorn32 on the YouTubes, stuff like that. For the most part, I'm still a little busy again. This time of year is always a work hassle trying to get my work done at work and at home and trying to plan all these D&D stuff now. It's a little bit of a hassle, so hopefully I will be getting back into making videos. I'm planning to do videos. I really, really am. Crash has been killing it lately with doing a video a week. I thank him so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying, and it's just I don't have enough time in the day to keep having, a mental fortitude and a, time schedule to take care of myself well enough to do this stuff. So that's the reason videos are kind of basically on the hiatus for me. But hopefully this weekend I will get some shit done. That is the plan. Also, next week, there will be, unfortunately, no stream at all because I was doing the logistics of it, and there is absolutely no way I can stream from my parents' house. Absolutely no way.
Oof.
Because I need Streamlabs, I need a microphone, and I need a computer that can run all that stuff. And my parents don't have that. They old school fashion. They had dial-up well into the 2000s.
Hey, just like me.
Yes.
Yeah, oi.
So.
I only got fucking broadband when I was like, what, 2008?
Yeah, they had it past then. Anywho, basically that's that. So, and if you like what we do, I know I'm rambling again at the end, but that's what I do. You can always find us here. Please click that subscribe button, hit that bell, like Cass is clicking on his keyboard there. We greatly appreciate it because without that, YouTube will not show you guys what we do. It just will not happen. So thank you guys so much. And as always, enjoy the show.
Good morning.